Okay, now we're good.
No, she threw a bunch of doors in your way.
Mm-hmm.
The
doors is what hurt.
We're fine now.
But that was like 4 or 5 sessions ago.
We had to restart the
like
session.
8 sessions ago.
I had to restart the stream because Streamlabs logged out of the Twitch account and it was streaming to nothing. So cool.
Marvelous. Okay.
Wait, are our mics on? Yes, cool.
Yes.
Sweet.
Just gonna delete that announcement.
Oh, they don't. Okay, yeah, you're good.
Wait for it to announce that actual thing.
Probably.
So, Alyssa, Reese was just telling us about his plan to TPK us this session.
I figured that was his
No.
plan.
I was ominously looking at my notes and second guessing my decisions in a joking manner.
Oh. I mean, I assumed that was just a part of daily practice for you.
Yeah, you'll be good. How long are you all? 6?
Huh?
5?
7?
7? Yeah, you're fine.
No.
Are we live again?
Yes.
Okay, sweet.
This week on the Everon Talk Show.
Thank you for coming. Welcome back to the Eberron Talk Show Hour. This week we will briefly mention one fun feature: dinosaurs that are ridden by halflings across the plains. Need I say more? Okay, so what happened last time?
We fought hags.
You did fight
To
hags
protect
and
the swans.
We fought
swan maids.
We fought
Swans.
an odd number of hags. It was 5 instead of 3.
Yes.
Also, Eternal Night.
The Eternal Night has begun to set in. Oh wait, do I have a map pulled up? Please let me have a map pulled up.
Was it only 5 or was it 7?
It was 5.
It was 5. I think
There
it
were
was 5.
5 of them. They didn't benefit massively from it, as Arky would realize, because the power of their coven remained the same as far as spell slots were concerned. Right. So you have just successfully defended this small little enclave of swan/people.
I didn't use my magic sword at all because Einir turned me into a giant ape and I just
Right. Oh.
punched their heads into the river.
What time was it?
Nighttime.
Do you?
Really? It's almost like it's eternally night.
Okay. I hear what you're saying there.
But are you listening? I have 30 health because I'm a squishy boy. Girl. I'm a girl.
You're a squishy snurson.
You just.
I don't remember how much health I had, so I'm just gonna put it at 1.
You guys will be able to get a long rest in.
Thank God.
With the Swan Maze, so you don't have to. You can set yourselves up back.
Yay!
Cool.
Fresh off of, you have your boat with the wheel having been taken off, hopefully to deter boat thieves. You also successfully defended this pond of Swan Maze from the.
Is that what a group of swan maze is called?
Yes.
Pond?
Pond of Swan Maze from the encroaching hags. So, what do you... So we'll go over the part real quick. So Yadrissa, the Snurson. What form is Augie in right now? Spring. So Augie, the Eladrin, Einir, the Halfling Sorceress, and then Bronwyn, the one-handed half-orc.
Fighter Warlock.
Fighter with a touch of Warlock. Speaking of, we'll get back to that later, but that thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm presuming that you all would want to spend some time doing some rest and relaxation with the Swan Maze after the fight.
Yes.
No. I'll be looking through the corpses of the hags and investigating more on why there's only 5 of them, or why there's 5 of them.
5 over 3.
Try to see if I can get down to where that portal is.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you'll be resting.
And feeding Iker.
feeding Iker.
I'll be resting, I guess.
Okay. So the three of you be resting up next to the swan maze by the pond.
Yes.
Alright. So while you guys think of things to be doing and asking during that time, so how are you planning on? So you wanted to like loot them essentially?
Look through their corpses, yeah.
Okay. Go and give me an investigation check.
Specifically looking for what hag covens typically carry with them.
I know what you mean.
Yep.
I'll pull it up regardless.
And 9.
9.
Yes.
That'll be enough. I'm just gonna pull it up to make sure I use the right terminology. Yes. So you're looking specifically for a hag eye. Yes.
Or the bag.
Or the
If they're carrying it with them.
right. Yes. Okay. So looking through their corpses, you find no trace of either such object. Yes. It seems like they haven't even begun to work on it.
Gotcha. And then to get down to the portal, I'll just grab a rock and let myself sink into the waters.
You're wearing the half plate armor of the. Okay. So you.
I love the visual of having a really hard time like getting down because he's so light.
I'm wearing metal armor.
You should be able to sink down without the rock if you would like to.
I still want to go faster.
Okay, so tying a rock to your feet and just chugging on down there.
I'm holding the rock.
I
don't have a slashing weapon, so
Stuck in the bottom of the ocean for the rest of your days.
Okay, so you find an appropriately sized large item, and you start walking down underwater. For a moment, it's odd, like you have an instinctive of, oh, I'm drowning. But then you find you can breathe normally thanks to the magic of the plate. Passes in a moment, and you are struck by how cold it is down here. Like you are somewhat protected by the half plate armor, the carapace armor, but you can still feel like as you get farther down, it's just chillingly cold. The ground is also somewhat difficult terrain, thanks to the fact that you're trying to walk like a human on the ocean floor full of silt and such. But you are able to make it down in the direction that you felt the portal coming from.
Does difficult terrain slow me, or have I gotten that yet? No, I haven't gotten that yet.
Okay, so you're still your ring.
Huh?
Your
yes,
ring.
Yeah, the free movement.
So you are able to kind of step over.
As long as I'm walking and not swimming, yeah.
Yeah. So you're not actually. Isn't it just you ignore all difficult terrain?
But if I'm swimming,
You don't get a swim
have
speed.
speed.
Yeah. So I'll say that you're able to. You're still slowed by the fact that you're moving through water in a viscous way, but you're not slowed by the terrain beneath you.
I think I'm just kind of crawling along the sea bottom.
Okay. You're making your way down. It is still somewhat little gross, but I'm sure you'd be used to many kinds of grossness. By the time you get down to where you feel the portal was, have you used your detect portal today? Or
yes.
You can't use it until another
short rest.
Short rest. Okay.
Well, we had a short rest at this one place.
You did. So you probably would you want to use that
off,
again?
yeah.
All right. Once you get around where you need to be, because you only got one shot at it. You'd probably just dozen feet away. As you make your way over towards it, can I have you give me another investigation check?
Yes. 13.
13. Okay.
I wonder where all my dice went.
As you kind of walk through, you can see that there's seaweed coming up from the ocean floor. And as you approach where you feel the portal was, you can see that there is it's probably only around 5 foot radius circle, but it is a place that is just, rather than being devoid of any seaweed, you can see that the seaweed very suddenly decreases in height to about half, and then kind of almost looks like it's some kind of bottom of a sphere. Again, the sphere is around 5 foot in radius, kind of slow down to a lack of seaweed. Like there's something displacing it, such that it just isn't there. What do you want to do?
So that the portal's right there, or
That is the location you detected is the center of that.
just kind of peek my head through, in and out.
So you kind of reach your head
You get munched by a kraken.
towards the portal. You can feel your head kind of get a bit woozy, but as you look around, you are still on the material plane. This would line up portals aren't necessarily always open. There's usually, especially portals to the Feywild, some of them are open accidentally, some of them are you must do a thing.
Gotcha.
This one appears to be there's very active lingering magic, but there's...
So it's Feywild?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Didn't you know that?
Yeah, it's a Feywild portal.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. Okay, so I get the idea that the portal's not active anymore.
Not necessarily that it's not active anymore, it's just that it's not active right now.
Right now. Gotcha. Okay. Just gotta sit down there for a few minutes, looking around, walking around the entire area, canvassing, and then go back up.
Alright.
I take the walking path this time, not with trying to float myself or swim myself up. I figure it'd be a little faster.
Okay. Give me a nature check while you're down there.
Yeah. 7.
7?
Yes.
Okay. You can see that the areas kind of around the portal seem to be... You're not quite able to place it, but something about that seaweed in the area just feels off.
Can I pick it?
You just reach over and you pluck it from the ground, and it... Where's my dice? Just gonna reach over and pluck it from the ground, and it breaks around halfway through, and you're just kind of holding a little piece of seaweed in your hand. Nothing particularly of note seems to happen.
I'll just grab my dagger, and being that it's underwater, I'm assuming it doesn't need a slashing edge to cut through down there.
Yeah, and
a slashing edge would make it easier, but a wedged edge would work just as fine. Just start harvesting.
Harvesting the seaweed?
Yep.
Okay, so while you're doing that, we'll jump up to
Yes.
above water. So what are the three y'all doing upstairs?
Are there like enough trees around I could reasonably make a campfire?
There are bushes.
Are there enough bushes I could reasonably make a campfire?
Yes. So you can spend some time harvesting some
I would like
wood.
to do so.
Okay. Einir, what are you doing?
Probably not much right now, just sitting and resting. I would want to cast Sending on Elkir and see if he's doing alright.
Alright, let me make sure we have the time correct. So you dropped him off yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it's been like 2 days. If that's the case, if it was only yesterday, I would cast Sending.
You dropped him off yesterday morning. So it's been what, like
Almost
a day and a half.
36 hours, yeah.
Maybe I'll do it now, might as well.
Alright. You dropped him off in Linciere? Yeah. Okay. So you would sending him, what are you sending? Just the idea of it.
Yeah, just how are you doing? Like, basically just how are you doing? How far have you gotten?
You receive a response of, things are going well. Been traveling for a bit. People are freaked out. Bunch of people heading south. Yep.
Cool.
There are, as in his response, there are kind of like long pauses between the words, like he kind of gave you a thing and then like didn't really know what else to say, but knew that he still had space to say things.
Yeah.
And then after a moment, the spell kind of just ends.
Right.
After sufficient time has passed.
Did he say people were heading south, or he was heading south?
People were heading south. I would also send a similar message to my brother and just ask how things are going.
Things are going well. Things are going well here. Some more kids have left, but I think most of them are going to stay.
Okay.
They've been teaching me well.
Okay. Cool.
All right. And then Snarson, what are you doing?
Official title.
Yadrissa, what are you doing?
I will find the head swan maid that we talked to, the one who originally kind of petitioned us for help.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to talk to her for a little bit.
Okay. What did you talk about?
So, these hags, are they the only things that have been odd that you've noticed since the sun stopped coming up?
You mean besides the sun stopped
Since the sun stopped
Yes.
coming up.
The land has not been fruitful. Things haven't been good here. We've been mostly worried about the plants and the creatures of the land and what we can do to help them. We have one of our sisters was headed down here from South Salem, and she said that there was some unrest in the city immediately after the moon issue, some fighting she saw. I don't know anything more about that, but I'm sure that mortals will continue to exist long after this is passed. So it does not particularly concern me.
Alright. I will break away.
All right.
And hang out.
Yeah.
I don't
Hang
know.
out by the warm campfire I'm making.
Sure. I'll just sit by the campfire.
All right.
Can I detect magic while I'm down there?
Yes. Okay.
You ordered pizza, right?
Yes.
Just basically see an aura of any magic around within. Well, it's up for 10 minutes, so.
As you're kind of going around harvesting some seaweed. So as you're kind of going around harvesting some seaweed, you would notice that in front of you there appears to be a patch of seaweed kind of growing on the floor. It is a patch of seaweed that is magical.
What's the magic?
Magic sushi.
What's a school? If there is a school?
It's Sylvan magic. It is Fey magic.
So it's strange magic.
Yeah, strange magic. It isn't arcane. It's natural.
Is it echoing a song that's kind of annoying, like Ninroot from Skyrim?
No, it appears to be. It looks.
I'll dig it up by the roots. This one.
You reach in to dig it up by the roots.
Yes. Dig it around the roots.
As you go to dig it up, it very suddenly, as soon as you touch it, it very suddenly moves, and it appears to the seaweed immediately like retracts and forms a single body, and you can see the seaweed shiver. Oh my gosh!
Wouldn't
Nice.
be us if we didn't have pizza be delivered.
Talk about things.
No.
You're gonna get eaten by a seaweed person.
Swerson.
A sea orson.
I'm tired of this. I can't breathe.
Listener son is doing a hibernate.
I'm just doing a hibernate.
Doing a hibernate.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Have a nice night.
You too. Okay.
Question for you.
Yes.
Would the Swan May be primarily in swan form or primarily in human form?
Most of them are chilling in swan form.
Okay.
Okay, so before you can see the seaweed slither and move over itself as it forms itself into a pretty realistic looking, but like made of seaweed. But in terms of the shape of it, it is a pretty good looking shape of a horse, kind of sitting there
Like a horse or like a seahorse horse?
like a horse, like a large
Run.
sized horse creature, visibly made of seaweed, sitting on the ocean floor,
Run.
looking at you. You can't even. It doesn't even have eyes properly. It has like the shape where eyes would be, but inside it's just you can see through its hollow seaweed head.
Run.
It looks at you. It as it's kind of it kind of moves its head in a very unhorse-like fashion, kind of wavering it back and forth as it seems to be trying to get a grasp of who you are and what's going on.
I just got you one because I don't know how hungry
Cast speak with animals?
I don't think this is an
you are. I
animal.
don't think it's.
Well,
a beast.
you said Sylvan, right?
It appears to be some kind of natural magic, yes.
Maybe I can speak in Sylvan underwater.
We will say yes. You can
Primordial, Aquan.
speak in Aquan.
Yes.
That is designed to be spoken underwater. Yes, you speak in Aquan, and it kind of the horse takes a step back, and then you can see the seaweed shift and shimmer again as it flows into the shape of a looks like a mortal woman. You can't really tell what kind of species it's supposed to be because it lacks any ears, but it kind of has faux seaweed hair, and it looks like it's wearing some kind of seaweed dress. But again, it's shaped. The seaweed is moving into this shape as it kind of stands there, and then it speaks to you in Sylvan and says, "How are you here?" The voice is very distinctly not feminine.
The
Thank you.
What do you mean? How am I here?
Your kind dies here.
Fun.
Nope. Armor. I can breathe. Or I don't need to breathe.
This is wrong.
No.
Time to get killed.
Do you know those hags that were up that coming through here?
Give me a nature check real quick. You might already know what this creature is. I realize.
Nope.
Are you a Kelpie?
Oh, cool. That's an 18 plus 4, 22.
It is a kelpie.
Whoa.
Oh.
It is a sylvan plant that takes that can shapeshift. It is made of seaweed. It's a sylvan plant that can shapeshift. Its thing is that it will shapeshift into a creature and try and lure travelers into the water to drown and kill them.
Good job.
Huh.
So it took you a moment to jog your memory of what this creature was.
Oh. You don't want me here, do you?
Not living.
Sorry. Those hags I mentioned? Those really ugly things that were swimming around? Did they come from here? And I point distinctly at where that little figure was.
Yeah. They ruined my garden.
They what?
Ruined my garden.
Oh yeah, I actually pulled the seaweed back out and give it over to her. I took this from their bodies.
Perception.
Yay. 8.
Nice.
Nice.
That's the joys of having a negative score.
Good job.
I'm lying. I took it from the garden here. Figured it had some magic to it. It was gonna, probably take it back home and see, what I could do to open this area back up.
Do you want to go through?
Do you control that?
I can, if it means you'll leave.
Can you show me how to open it?
You can.
Nope. Not that I know of. Or was trained to. Or, I don't know. I haven't finished training yet.
She kind of very slowly reaches out, and as she's moving, she changes shape such that it's no longer even identifiable as any kind of. It's more just a mass of seaweed that's bipedal and has 2 arms and a head. It doesn't even have hair anymore. It just kind of has a vague blob of seaweed. It seems to be giving up on any kind of pretenses
A
towards
shambling mound.
I'm assuming.
And it slowly reaches its hand over towards the seaweed underneath that orb, and it kind of very lightly plucks several of them in sequence, a total of 5. And as it does so, you can hear, from the second one on, you can hear a very slowly, not even hear, but more feel some kind of pressure building. And then when the 5th one is kind of just almost plucked as though you were plucking a string.
Like plucking, or just kind of.
No, like ding, 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 ding.
Gotcha.
As though it were under tension, even though there's no tension there.
Huh.
And then the 5th one is plucked, so you say. You can feel just a bit of suction as a small amount of water kind of disappears. And you can see a very, very small. It's not quite a hole, it's more of a glimpse into somewhere else. You can see through, it's about yay big, right in the center of that sphere of where it would be. And looking through it, you can see, rather than this murky water in here, you can see just blue, clear water.
Nice. That was cool. So if I were to pluck those, Miss Kelpie person, would it close?
It will close itself. After all, things heal.
If it closes, can I pluck those 5 again and open back up?
Yeah.
I know how to open this portal. I guess I'll just collect the seaweed and go. Bye.
Slowly spreads itself out.
Can I slide of hand a couple pieces of seaweed?
You can.
Just quickly, like, kick up a little mud and
Why
dirt
is
and
the
make
seaweed
it a
so
little
important
more
here?
murky.
Go for it. Go for it.
Sleight of hand.
You're proficient in it.
13.
Total 13?
Yes. I'm expertise in it.
It is tight. It is close. You are sweating the whole way as
Underwater.
you do it.
No, I'm not. I'm underwater.
You can still
You
perspirate.
can nervous sweat underwater.
I've never done that, so I didn't know.
Or have you not noticed it?
No, I've never been in the situation where
Where you've been plucking
where I've been
seaweed
plucking
by
seaweed
hand.
from the
You
bottom
wouldn't
of the
notice
thing,
it.
not
I
needing to
don't know.
breathe.
You would go into the underwater equivalent of a nervous sweat, but you you can see the Kelpie's head briefly glance in the direction that you're kind of pocketing this thing, and you can feel the gloves helping you, like reaching just a little bit more than you could reach, sliding just a little bit better than you could, and you are able to pocket some seaweed.
Ooh. I would put down pocket seaweed.
Pocket seaweed.
You said this seaweed was strange, right? This was the strange seaweed.
This seaweed has some kind of strange properties. The actual, like the very visibly magical seaweed was the Kelpie.
Gotcha.
But the seaweed that is in the Kelpie's garden is some type of
Magical.
of some variety. At the very least, has some kind of alchemical usage or
Gotcha.
herbalistic usage.
Alright. Now, I wish I had a better strength score because I have my nets with me. But I'll just walk on out.
Jesus.
I do have my nets with me, so.
All right.
Do this before I leave this area. This isn't where, or do I have an idea where this would pop up in the Feywild?
It could be anywhere ranging from like off the coast of Laria to where it physically is to somewhere else.
Gotcha. So it's just no idea.
You know it's somewhere in the ocean.
Gotcha.
It's going to be somewhere in the Fey Ocean. You don't know.
I don't want to be in the Fey Ocean right now. We're good. I'm good. I'm gonna just walk on out.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to talk about Hydras and Leviathans and stuff like that? Don't go to the Fey Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll just walk on out, or scoop my way around the bottom.
Get on out.
Yeah, bottom feed up.
Okay, so you head on out. Anything else anyone wants to do on the long rest? Would you want to spend some of it investigating the seaweed?
Sure. I'd probably hand it over to Yggdrasil and get my belt back and give her the seaweed, because I feel like she would be the person that would have a herbalism kit, or at least a poisoner's kit, because she's already used it.
You have used your poisoner's kit. Intelligence poisoner's kit if you would like to investigate the seaweed.
Really? Fun.
I found this at the bottom of the sea. Kelpie was guarding it, but there's no problem with the Kelpie.
Okay.
Oh, don't go into the water, by the way. Not a good
Okay.
idea.
I don't like to swim, so I'm good. Thanks, though. Wow. Oh, shit. What's the fucking poisoner's kit thing?
You're proficient in it?
Yeah. But what's the score?
Intelligence poisoner's kit. So intelligence is proficiency.
12.
12?
Yeah.
This could be used to make a kind of poison. How? What kind of poison? Water-based? Like maybe they would drown? Maybe they would turn into water? Something like that.
Is there a...
There's some kind of natural water magic inherent in this seaweed that isn't inherent in a regular seaweed. Yes.
How big of seaweed or pieces of seaweed does it...
I'm thinking like 3 or 4 pieces around yay long.
And can I scrumple that all up into, or one piece each into a vial? I'm assuming it's pliable.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Fill a vial up with water and just...
Like let it marinate in there.
And then close it off. That way it doesn't die, or it doesn't go
Bad.
bad, yes. It doesn't dry out.
Okay.
And you said 3 or 4?
I will say 4.
Because I did have, I believe, 7 vials left. 8 empty vials left.
Okay.
I would be sitting by the campfire with like her, and I'd probably be like, "So, Einir, we should probably figure out a slightly better plan for Mother this time."
Yeah, that's a
But
great.
I'm worried when we get to Carvahall. If she's holding anyone I care about prisoner, that I might be hot-headedly rushing in.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. She might. That's a good possibility, but. I don't know how much we can plan ahead. Right now, we have no idea what we're walking into, other than Mother's gonna be there. So,
Like your mother?
no. That's her title.
Oh, that's right. I think we went over this partially.
Yeah.
You could say it foster mother.
No. That's even being too kind.
I mean, that's the technical aspect, though, right? She has a bunch of orphans, therefore she is a foster mother to the orphans.
Yeah.
She had a bunch of
You're
I
not wrong.
It's not.
The woman in Annie was a foster mother. The woman in Like Mike was a foster parent.
It is referring to a role, not a quality.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly.
I fill Idrissa in on pretty much the whole Mother saga.
For
I mean, if I were her, I don't see how it would be beneficial to lure a group of adventurers into a location without having some sort of backup plan. I would say she's probably relying on the fact that you're going to be emotionally invested.
Yeah.
That's what would make sense to me.
No.
Joke's on her. She can't get my people. I'm the wild card. At least that I know of. I don't know if she can get anyone from the Feywild or from the Sealy Court.
I mean, based on what you've
the
described to
queen
me, it wouldn't be that
Unsealy Court.
difficult.
The queen is the concern there.
Well, she's the concern about destroying Lyria, not the Feywild. My family is in the Feywild. The people that I know are in Lyria.
I don't see how it would be in her best interest to slaughter the entirety of Carvahall before you arrive, so it's likely that she'll wait until you get there so you can see them die, but
Yeah, probably.
you've got that to look forward to.
Your town is a small town? Like,
Town is highly overestimated.
Little village.
it's
probably like 3 dozen people.
Yeah.
so there's no
Well,
jail.
below 50.
Well, at least we're not going into a situation where she can have the entirety of a city after us.
This is not a hamlet.
This is smaller.
This is much smaller.
A hovel.
Oh,
Bigger than that.
Well, I mean, fox hovels have quite a few. That are fox dens. It's a den.
except for live underground.
Dens can
I'd
be
say
above
it's
ground.
more like.
See, mother, get you guys now.
Would I be correct in saying it's more like a tribe?
That would actually. Get
Tribe
right in.
works. There is a permanent, like there are permanent houses,
Yeah.
and
They're
there
just
isn't
not a
much
nomadic
movement. A non-nomadic tribe works. Non-nomadic tribe works.
So it's Ellsworth, Michigan.
What do I know about the monsters in the area that we're going to be traveling through in the upcoming days?
In the upcoming days,
Yes.
in this area,
Like monsters is in.
As in monstrosities.
Oh. There's griffins. And there's hippogriffs.
I would tell you about the Peritons too.
And yes, them.
Oh god.
Because what concerns me is that it's dark out. Things that like the night
Yep.
are going to be
Oh, there was
Hanging out.
there was also a chimera. Chimera?
yes.
Chimera.
just
That was-
wandering around.
It,
Just walking
It
through
was
town.
flying
That
around,
was
but-
in the mountains.
Yes, that was
The
in the
grasslands are going to have a slightly different, but where you're going to be going past mountains.
hunting
with those
grounds
trees,
spread
yeah.
out for a long way.
Yes.
So,
And
oh, there was
Should I
harpies
make a
too.
nature check?
go
And the
ahead.
hyenas.
I'm so good at nature checks, I say, knowing that I'm
Can
not
I
good at nature
help
checks.
her on that in any way, shape, or
You
can I
can make
my own?
another. You can make a nature check of your
11.
own.
11.
This is the kind of thing where like
Guidance to me. But it's okay.
I'm not doing that anymore. I haven't been rolling guidance at all. So,
interesting.
16.
16.
Yes.
For the immediate future, there's not been many tales of like beasts like you've got your rabbits, and you've got the biggest thing that roams around here are coyotes. No, coyotes.
Coyotes.
Hyenas.
And I'm
Hyenas. That's the word. Thank you.
in my
and-
nature check, I wasn't looking for like specifics. I'm looking for like general terrain or geological.
This is generally small hills, grasslands, plains.
Mhm.
Horses are another thing that are known to roam free. Be careful about horse herds. And then there are rumors of gnolls.
Oh,
Rumors, how many there are and how big of a threat they are is up in the air, but people say things.
are they regular gnolls?
No. It's Critical Role, it's fine.
Yeah. It's
All right.
Reference.
All right. That would be it for those two.
And anything near Carvahall.
Yeah, those are going to be your parrots. The parrotons are the thing that you worry about the most because they will hunt down people.
Oh yeah. She doesn't have a shadow.
I mean,
As you're kind of standing around the campfire, it's pretty obvious.
yeah.
Periton.
What do you need a shadow for?
To like live,
Well-
apparently.
I mean, you're living.
It's been how many
For
weeks?
now.
It's fine.
It's been
It's
at
been
least,
it's
at
been
least 2
several
or-
weeks during which you took long boat
Yeah.
trips.
Yeah, it's been at least
The
But
poor
her
16 days
shadow's
on the
supposed
sea.
to come back to
The
kill
poor
her.
shadow's like swimming, like, where the fuck are they going?
Just kind of shadowing across the surface of the water, like, oh my god, oh,
It
I'm
gets
going
there
to
and it's
kill her.
gone.
And
We're
then
gone.
like it's halfway across the ocean. It's like, wait, no, the other direction, no.
What?
At least,
What are they doing in Greg?
at least during the sunlight, it couldn't chase her. Now it's complete darkness, or it's dark.
Yes,
It's dark
there's
out,
shadows
so
all the time.
it has an unlimited range now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yay.
You're welcome.
So
It's also
Fuck
part
you.
of why I built a campfire so we could.
Oh, we have that.
and
board,
as you guys kind of stand
Oh, yeah.
around the campfire,
Drift globe.
it strikes you how cold it's getting outside. Like being around the campfire like warms you up, and you're like, oh, it's starting to get cold. As in like you may not be dressed appropriately, kind of cold.
I'm fine.
This is terrible.
It is.
right? The boots.
They protect you from extremely low temperatures.
Up to negative 50.
I might still be
degrees.
uncomfortable.
You would note the unpleasantness of it.
But her toes will never be chilly.
You won't get exhaustion from it. You wouldn't feel any physical effects. It's more like it's annoying.
It makes you look like a badass when you're walking through like thick snow wearing fucking nothing but your fancy ass boots.
Oh my! Did not need that image. Okay. So, is there anything else you guys want to do before you long rest? And what are the shifts for the?
I can take whatever shift now. So
I'll take first.
I'll take last 2, like normal.
I'll take.
I'm actually going to be
second
taking a long rest because I need to get my spells back.
I figured that when you had the chance to long rest.
Yeah, the long rest is or the short rest. Stay up all night and get rid of exhaustion is
Like
fine.
if you didn't cast spells that day,
exactly.
you
Yep.
didn't have abilities needed to recharge.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will burn 2 or before actually, can I have first 2 hours?
No, sure. I'll
Yeah,
take
yeah.
last.
I'll take the first 2, and then at the end of my second watch, I'll burn 2 spells for Goodberry.
So you'll
I'll
have
take-
20 good berries until
Yes.
basically midnight,
I'll take second watch.
I'll do third.
and then you'll do fourth.
Mm.
Okay, so then we're on the first 2 watches. So go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh, that rolling bad. 10.
10.
10.
Aside from a
Keep
few,
in mind the swan maids are all around us.
yeah, you don't necessarily feel super intimidated because you have this. In particular, it's kind of comforting. It isn't quite fae, but it's definitely nature magic. That it's much closer to what you've grown up in, to what you're used to. It's the most closest you've felt to the Feywild in a comforting way, probably.
I could have just went there today.
You
So I'm a little happy from that too.
That's true. Yeah. So you're feeling secure. Although there are occasionally you do hear an occasional howl somewhere in the distance, there's no other imminent threats that approach you during those first 2 hours. And the 2 of you
When I get up, cast on.
cast on the armor. Okay.
That's
23.
a little better. 11.
3 and 11 respectively.
A
Okay.
little better indeed.
1 is better than 0.
Yes. So essentially more of the same. You hear an occasional howl. You can see the swan maids are kind of rotating on a similar watch system. It seems like they prefer to take the swan shape because whenever they're on watch is when they've swapped out of swan shape, it seems. and kind of just patrolling around the little hills around their area. They don't seem overly concerned though, and it seems neither do you.
One of the swan maids that are on when they pop up to go on watch. Excuse me, I don't mean to be a stickler, but we helped out, and I was just wondering if you were gonna offer us anything in return, or I don't. We don't need anything, but if you have any blessings or any, I don't know, anything that could help us along our travel,
poison or
anything really.
She takes a single feather from her cloak and just kind of holds it out to you.
Swan feather, cool. Now, do you have 3 more?
She pulls.
Well, I mean, it's not just for me;
3,
it's for everyone. I can't
and then
split
just
1
gives them
into
to you.
4. Cool. Thank you.
She nods, looking a little confused, but otherwise shrugs, and then gives a honk towards the other swans, and then goes up to keep watch. All right.
Then I go lay down and I'll
Goodberry and then sleep.
Goodberry in the sleep, and I drop a feather in her lap and feather outside each of their tents or wherever they're sleeping and go to sleep.
yeah, I don't think we have tents, do we?
Yeah, we do.
We
Yeah,
got
we
plenty of tents. You're welcome.
We have 2 tents.
2 tents.
Oh,
I
Just pull them out of the bag.
I would put the feather in my braid and then
Alright.
cast off and go to sleep.
Okay. Third watch.
excuse me. Hey, that's not terrible. Oh shit, I forgot my perception's dog shit.
14.
Let me still high wisdom.
It's better than mine.
Okay, so as you're keeping watch, more of the same. Nothing it seems is going to be dangerous here. You do have that swan feather though.
Okay, I'll put it in my bag. It doesn't really go with the whole aesthetic.
I mean, it could be a I just ate a swan kind of look.
No, that's not really what I'm going
Or you
for.
can dye feathers.
Um,
It could be from a black
Could I
swan.
try. You're long resting, right?
Yes.
Oh, but you are aware of what's at least vaguely aware of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I just say, I'm gonna take the seaweed and see if I can take another look at it.
Okay. Well, I don't respond, but I just
I'm
don't.
gonna-
I don't do anything.
I'm
Yes.
gonna take one of the leaves and see.
Oh, there's each of them are. There's 1 in each vial.
Right.
There's 4 vials.
Oh, okay.
Can I like?
I organize my bags.
I know I already did a check on it. Would I be able to tear off a tiny little section of one and see if I can do like tests on it
Yes, go ahead
to
and
see
give me
how
another
it
check for
responds
Yeah.
to things? There's nothing I can add to this. I just have to not roll like shit, and I rolled like shit.
Plus 8, 14.
Yeah.
You tear up a little bit of it, kind of look at it. Visibly on the surface, it doesn't seem to have a whole lot. You take out your poisoner's kit things, and you like, I don't know, start a little fire and bubble and evaporate off essence and do other magical poisoning things that I don't know how to describe.
Sure.
14. You could craft some type of poison that would drown someone with this. The poison that would drown someone isn't a bucket of water. It would.
A teaspoon of
You
water.
just waterboard him.
It causes
with just this seaweed and a large amount of water, I can drown a man.
it causes instant super severe pneumonia.
But yeah, this is you could craft a
Is it-
poison that would drown someone.
Would it be like a chlorine bomb? Don't look it up, guys. It's a bad thing. But
Are we talking like in terms of what's your con mod? It's gonna take 5 minutes for this person to actually start taking damage.
Like choking, like they drown. They take the thing, they drink the thing,
Would
and
it-
they start like.
And would it stop them from being able to cast spells with verbal components?
Yes, they couldn't speak.
okay. Well,
they
chlorine
would-
or chlorine
they would-
gas makes you.
It would be some kind of, you don't know how difficult it would be to make, but you know that you could
But it
make.
would have to be ingested.
Yeah, you basically it's instantly suffering from the suffocation, and you wouldn't like have been able to hold your breath beforehand. So it would just be con mod rounds, and then you drop to 0.
Okay, so it is it's something to do with the throat, not the lungs itself.
No, it would have to do with the lungs.
Okay.
Hence why it isn't. You have no chance to hold your breath.
Gotcha.
So their lungs would fill with water and they would begin.
So it is like chlorine,
drowning.
chlorine gas.
Okay.
Chlorine gas makes your lungs fill with
gas
water.
is what I need to hear. Yeah.
I will go back into his bag and then replace it. Is your bag still messy?
No, it's very organized
Excellent.
right
So I will replace it in exactly the place where I found it.
now. You see,
Hey.
All right.
it's very organized.
Does Augie's bag directly correlate with how neat Michael is?
Yes.
I'm gonna have my owl scout like flying above me and scouting out, just making sure everything's good.
Okay.
For me, it is a 18 owl. It's in 12.
12. Okay.
With
As the
disadvantage?
owls.
With disadvantage?
No, with advantage.
No, for you.
Oh,
Because it's dark.
The drift globe is up though. You tapped it up and
That
it illuminates.
only goes for so far.
Gotcha.
It would be for these areas, for the dim light areas.
5.
5? Okay. Fortunately, your owl's also keeping that track, as are the swan mays.
Does
The-
Swan Race have dark vision?
I can give
Yeah.
you the
Badass.
ever bright lantern. It's just kind of sitting on the side of my bags.
It's fine.
Your owl does note something. Off in the distance towards South Helm, like northeast, that you can see what looks like some type of light, perhaps a campfire. Some kind of flickering light in the distance.
How far away, roughly?
In terms of days worth of travel, probably a quarter day away. A little more than that.
Alright.
A third day away. That would be what? I don't know.
Alright.
How close are we to the nearest city?
A day's travel from here, yeah. If you're going, yeah, around, it'd be a little more than a day's travel to South Zone.
Okay.
On the river, or are we?
Wait,
we're
you're
parking our boat, right? We're parking our boat
You're
here.
parking your boat here. It's going to be through difficult terrain, so it'll be 2 days travel to South Zone
Okay.
because there's no path here.
Alright.
All right. So the next morning comes, noted by the moon continuing to fall in the sky, and slowly become less full.
I took a look at the seaweed. I could probably turn it into a potion of drowning. But it would
Potion of
have-
drowning.
Or a poison of drowning, but it would have to be ingested.
Would you need more supplies or just this?
Judging by what I saw. Bless
It
you.
would take less time if you had more supplies. Given enough
Thank you.
time and preparation, you could make it
What
from
kind
this.
of supplies we're talking here?
Poison stuff. You would
Herbs and
herbs and seeds and
Poison stuff.
poison
Poison ivy.
stuff.
You need poison ivy.
Like the lady or the
Well,
Both.
plant?
You need both.
for maximum
would-
efficiency.
Basically, equipment that would it would kind of not dilute, the opposite of dilute. It would enhance the effects of the weed.
So-
If you had those materials, you could make more potions
And would I
easier.
be able to collect those?
In a big city like South Selm,
I
or
meant,
on the way.
yeah, like what? In terms of this mystical potions, the poison stuff that you think I need, like,
What do you mean mystical?
like, is it stuff that is natural stuff that like grows in the area? Is it stuff that I'd have to buy from like a specialty store?
It's the kind of stuff that you'd have to buy from a store.
Okay.
Because it isn't necessary
Sure.
for the poison. It helps.
But it would help.
And it helps because it's been specially refined.
And
Okay,
could it
that makes sense.
enhance the quality of it? Like if you were to get poison sumac and nightshade and
It's more of a it would make it more efficient, as far as like more efficient in production, less detectable in practice. The effects of the potion would remain the same, so you could make more of them that would be less detectable, easier.
I wonder if bee sting venom will help then. It helps. It makes the area swell up, right?
That is exactly the kind of thing that is magical potion stuff.
Okay, so then I can pick some supplies in South Helm and then
Okay,
figure it out.
that's
What
cool.
about the wolf spider venom?
It's already used.
We did.
Oh.
For this potion, though, it'd be a very particular instance when it would be needed because it has to be ingested.
Yeah.
Maybe we could poison Mother with it.
Does she require verbal?
No.
If you make
Sometimes.
Occasionally.
you make them both, would I suffer from this wearing the mantle?
I need to look at the exact
But it would
description
still
of the
be funny
mantle.
to watch her drown to death.
It would. It would.
I think that I think the mantle prevents water from getting into your lungs.
I'm going to be
Gotcha.
honest. I highly doubt that she's going to drink anything that anyone offers her.
Fair enough.
Hey.
I was-
Worst plans have worked.
We can Princess Bride her, okay?
I was thinking
if
we would
the
just.
death mantle's thing works, we can poison her, Princess Bride her.
And then you can never take it off.
I was just thinking we could
throw it
like
up.
slip it into something she already had. Can you polymorph into like a squirrel?
Yeah.
Yes,
Would
but then
she not
you'd
see
have the
that coming a
intelligence of
mile
a
away?
squirrel.
I would have the intelligence of a squirrel.
Squirrel. Ooh, shiny.
You can have your owl pour it into something.
Again,
Yes, the mystical owl won't at
Oh.
all be suspicious.
You would actually. The mantle works.
That's why we
Here's
have to
the-
distract her
Can
while the owl
breathe
does it.
normally in any environment, including a vacuum, and has advantage on saving throws against harmful gases. So you would be able to survive drinking this. Like, it changes how your lungs work.
Gotcha.
Because you
it's
can
like-
survive
I
in a
think it
vacuum.
replaces your lungs with these cool ass armored metal ones.
Well, you know Darwin from X-Men Origins.
Yes.
Says basically like him, adapts to any situation. Makes
Yeah,
your
it
lungs
is.
adapt
It
to
is.
any
'Cause it's
situation.
survival.
Gotcha.
Okay.
real quick before we leave, I'm gonna go up to one of the swan maids and just probably the one that first asked us for help, and then just ask if they can keep an eye on our boat while we're gone.
We would be glad to do that for you. I wish you all safe travels on your journey.
Where's horse?
On the boat.
Are we leaving?
He's just been on the boat overnight.
No, we'd probably grab him. I mean, if he gets the chance to be with free horses.
My thought was that he's a horse and he requires things that a horse would require to survive.
Have you
we
ever
thought
fed
he's a
horse?
god.
Yes. We have an entire kitchen stocked with
yes, and does
potatoes
he have
and stuff.
opposable thumbs?
No, but I'm sure horses can find a way around stuff.
I'm gonna go get horse.
Horse can't even get upstairs.
I go to get horse.
As you kind of walk over,
How are you getting him off
You
the
can
boat?
see
Trying real hard.
She's gonna turn into a giant ape and pick
at the
him up.
beginning of the day. Ooh, I
Just
like
scoop
it.
him up under one
No.
arm and leap off.
As
I
you
love
approach,
it.
you can see horses kind of looking at you almost. You're not sure what the emotion is in horses' eyes from the deck, like looking, watching next to the prow of the ship as you kind of approach to arrive.
I signal for him to come. Does he move?
Horse kind of like,
Oh god.
Oh no.
That's always how I imagined horse.
Especially when he had its head right down by her face.
you
Oh.
know what? I'm going to give horse an athletics check.
Great.
How many legs is he gonna break jumping off the boat?
He hovers
He
now.
does.
He
He
hovers.
does have
Damn
those
it, you're
horses.
right.
Okay, so that was a 2. He has modifiers.
Do I have to cure wounds, horse?
So horse kind of backs up and
You'll have to
then
revivify.
gallops
I don't
up
have any
and
more diamonds.
just lunges off the edge of the boat
I thought
No,
we
towards
had
the
diamonds
sand.
both
of
the
them.
dragon
Oh wait,
sword.
we do. Never
He
mind.
is floating. by
He
the
does.
way.
He does have those floaty shoes. The problem is, as he leapt up, he kind of got his feet a bit tangled up, and it's beginning to like
It's the nets along the side of the ship.
beginning to twirl just a little bit. He's able to get his feet somewhat under him, but he does land kind of hard on his side.
We have a ramp on the ship.
He can
Taking
jump. He's a
11
horse.
points of bludgeoning damage as he falls.
Oh, horse. Gonna feed him 11 good berries.
Oh god.
No.
Yes.
Is he where is he in a place where I can reach him, or is he still?
Yeah, he's on the ground. He's on the ground, like next to the ship, on the floor.
I just give him a pat with cure wounds.
That would be more efficient. He is bloodied by that.
Oh, fuck.
9 points of health back.
and I'll feed him 2 good berries.
Okay. He kind
I'll
of
take those from my stock.
gets
I'll
up,
eat one
shakes his
myself
horse
as well.
head, and goes, Winnie's. You all know what he said.
Horse.
Of course.
As
I start walking back up to the group.
5 good berries to her, 5 good berries to you, and 5 good berries to you.
Thank you.
And then you get 4?
I have
No, you
3, but then I ate one myself, so I have 2. So I could just maintain my hunger for the day.
Okay.
Oh, we could, once we get to South's home and I get the poisoner stuff, we can make potions. I imagine we don't need too many, and so depending on how many extra we have, we could sell them.
Yeah.
If you're okay with that.
We also have a bunch of gems to sell.
Alright, so you guys are going to start heading towards South Zone?
Yeah.
Is it any,
as we leave, I give the little swan maze a little bow.
the kind of a pair of the swans, they do the swan equivalent of a giggle, which isn't very endearing, but it would be very endearing if they were their human forms, and it's probably best if you imagine them giggling as humans and not ha ha ha.
They lift their wings and point left.
See, I can actually do that by just exhaling air, but then I spit literally all over.
Let's
So
not
like,
We'll
it's
go
like a
ahead and
spray effect.
forgo that for today, but we'll
Yes.
get you some kind of mouth guard so you can do them when you come back here. But the swan maid that you first met kind of just reaches out her hand to shake.
Wait, with this hand.
Oh.
She kind of pauses and then
Shake. No.
No, it would be shake hook.
Fair.
Strap to
I
shield.
I would rarely have my hook off except for when I was sleeping, so that I didn't like accidentally
kill
like
yourself?
yeah.
Fair.
No.
You go to
Is-
scratch something and you're like, oh.
I like go to scratch my or rub my eye and like
Oh damn.
Would you
de-eyeball
leave
myself.
your hook on while you're sleeping,
no.
so you can easily pop your shield on?
that is it would well let's see
Because if your
Well, no,
hook's
because
on,
I
Putting
was
the sh-
easily putting the shield on before I.
the
had
shield's
hook.
going on the hook hand, so it's going to be harder. It doesn't like the hand.
well, I
that
mean,
hand
if the
doesn't
hook hand is
block.
off, if the hook hand's off,
She
then
had her
the shield would be off, and you got to put the hook hand on to put the shield on, unless the hook hand is attached to the shield.
The hook hand is attached to the to
To
the
the
flesh,
shield. Okay,
to the flesh of her nub.
gotcha.
It
See
cinches
how I
down on
thought
the
it
edge.
would have worked would be I could put the shield on and then I could just put the hook hand on after that.
Depends on how big the shield is.
If you already have the shield on, it's going to be complicated to put the hook
Yeah.
hand on afterwards. So you'd be if you needed to put on a shield in the rush, you'd probably have to leave the hook hand.
Yeah.
Which is
Um,
fine. 'cause
but
it's
I-
like-
Literally
yeah.
strapped. The shield's literally strapped
Strapped
to
on.
here, so you don't.
Right. So
there's
you
no-
probably it'd be questionable if she could put on the hook hand with the shield on. So if you want, if you needed to,
Either way, I would not be sleeping with the hook hand on because I wouldn't want to de-eyeball myself.
accidentally itch your back and.
Ow. All right.
That's why you that's where you wear armor
God,
during your
I'm gonna have
sleep.
to
Not
kill this.
not in case there's combat, but in case you accidentally scratch yourself.
All right. So you guys are heading north. Is anyone riding a horse?
Yes.
All right.
Actually, I'm not impeded by difficult terrain.
I think Einer should ride horse.
Yes.
Okay. I am the
Our
slow.
majestic halfling.
That is true. That's your move. Your overall travel speed by a small amount. Okay.
Enough that she doesn't steadily fall behind
How's the
us.
temperature?
It's getting cold. Like those of you not wearing boots that magically prevent you from taking exhaustion levels while moving. You're not to the point. You're not to the point where it would require exhaustion.
There's no snowfall yet.
Not yet, but it
We're
is.
in winter. We're into winter though, huh?
Yes. Not
Yes.
here. Not yet. You're approaching winter, but not here. Not yet. There's no snowfall. It is starting to get cold, and I don't think many of you are dressed in winter clothes.
I would tell Iker she could like I guess climb like in my boot and like snuggle against my leg as I walk if she wanted.
It's probably a little big for that.
Okay, I would tell her to get between like my actual clothes and my skin
Yeah,
so that the metal wasn't like
cold on her
Yeah.
liquid skin. Make her kind of like, and then like turns green as she kind of snuggles in between, like actually next to you. At first it's a bit chilling, but after your body heat warms her up, it's kind of relaxing.
Because I imagine
I
she
do
would be
have
very
3 of
cold.
those monk robes from like forever ago that we could use.
I mean, we all have robes and cloaks. Well, we all have cloaks and stuff. I imagine traveling cloaks. But
The monk
not gonna do it.
cloaks, they would help.
We need some bear skins. Is what we need.
It would you would want proper winter attire.
Yeah. For now, it would be.
It would definitely help like ward off exhaustion.
I'd also stop and grab the dragon hide from the ship.
Got it.
Yep, the blue dragon hide from the ship.
Are you gonna have horse carry that, or are you gonna carry that?
Of course. He's strong.
Yeah, we don't have saddlebags for him though.
You could tie it onto his saddle.
Just throw it
You need
over
to
top.
throw it over, yeah. That would
Just
work.
put it on his butt, his horse handle.
I'll cast speak with animals and
We
talk
have
to
plenty
horse
of
and be
rope, we could just tie it.
Is this okay? It's pretty heavy,
Horse.
and speaking with animals, it's okay. Yeah.
Horse.
All right. Ainir's gonna be riding you because she's a little slower than the rest of us, speed wise.
Horse, just without moving any of his paws, just swings around his head to take a look at Einir, like dead on, which means that like neither of his eyes are really looking at you.
Yep.
Does his head turn completely around like an owl?
No, there's nothing anatomically broken about this. It's just weird for him to like be standing here and like his like long neck just swing around like that without moving. Like it probably is uncomfortable for him like this.
He knows who you are. He knows names.
God.
And now, yeah, she's a little slower speed wise than the rest of us, so she's gonna be
Horse
on your saddle today. Horse.
kind of looks at you oddly, like, why would you say that?
My bad.
That horse.
And
It was-
I'll pat the top of his head.
The smallest amount of threatening. Like not like darn better, but more like okay, that's good. Kind of horse. Like and the implication of an implied threat.
Just give me that, just so we can reach an understanding.
Horse.
You don't want me saying horse? But that is your name, right? I'm smarter than your average bear.
Horse.
Come on, just talk to me a little bit. Just a couple words. What's with that red dot behind in your head?
It's on the side of his.
On the side of your
skull.
head.
Yeah.
What's with the red dot on the side of your skull?
Kind of.
He turns
He
again.
starts rotating his head.
We're all just watching this with no context.
Yeah. So you guys are like, walk up to horse. You can see horse turns head towards him. Do you look back to Octurnus as he whinnies at the horse, and then the horse just starts slowly like
Does
spinning
anyone
its head,
have
and it
a?
starts spinning in a
Does
circle.
anyone have a mirror?
I have
I do not.
back in Bosbury the wine glass. The person who gave us wine and they had a wine tray. Was that like metallic or was it?
It was been wooden.
Damn it! No, I don't.
Do you have a mirror, perhaps?
I'm a hoarder. What do you expect?
As we walk, I would shield the +2.
Plus 2 the
Just
shield,
draw
and
the
so
dirt.
it kind of hovers apart,
Uh,
and the sword slightly deactivates.
Is the
Horse
shield
is all
metallic
over
enough
here.
to be a mirror?
Like if
No,
you could
it is-
speak with
it is
him,
made of-
you
it
could
is made
understand
of
what he's saying. He's not
non-reflective
saying
metals.
much. He's just weird.
And the horse continues to rotate in place.
No, just good boy and
Just
smack
let
him
him.
on the good horse, and smack him on the hindquarters.
Put the dragon scale
Yep.
on him. Horse kind of like very quickly spins it back around and goes, horse. And then like just walks over to Einir and kind of like not like head on, but like sidles into her. So like the side of him is like slowly. It's uncomfortable, and you kind of slowly step back. You want to avoid getting knocked over.
Bronwyn, help.
What am I doing?
Up.
With the hook hand.
Wait. No, I just pick her up with one hand.
Damn it.
Okay.
Back the.
I
like,
imagine
Ow,
I'm
ow.
strong enough to do that.
No, you are. I just wanted you to deal
Einir
with the
is
hook
35
hand.
pounds. I hope so.
I mean,
Plus the weight of the staff and clothes,
Do you just pick her
that
up
brings
by
it
the
up to
clothes?
like at least 40 pounds, and that I
Yeah.
think is totally reasonable.
I have so much shit on me.
But isn't most of it's in the bag of holding?
Einir's a fucking hoarder.
I'm. Hold on.
Because bag of holding doesn't have weight.
It weighs 15 pounds, even no matter what's inside of it. So on top of my 35 pounds, I'm I have 73 on carry.
I pick her up with some effort.
I'm not going to question your strength score, so we're just going to leave it at that.
Cool.
Okay, so you guys start heading off towards South Sound. Horse does keep track. He doesn't start going faster. He is very, very he's keeping a slower gait in order to keep up with you. You slow two legs.
Can I keep an eye out as we're moving for any plants that I might know could be put into a poison?
Yes.
And can I help with that? Any plants that I know that can do you harm?
Okay, yeah, you can both
Or
make
you-
a check for.
Survival or nature?
It would be for survival.
Oh.
For survival is the ability to recognize these plants as you're moving along. Nature is the ability to know what it does once you see it.
13.
16.
13, 16. Okay.
Yes.
As we're walking, I would like to be, obviously keeping an eye out just for whatever, but also listening for anything that might be following us.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Alright, so you guys start heading out.
18.
18? Okay. So as you're heading out, over the course of the next few hours, you would see one plant that you do know that causes harm. It's one of the, a little kind of weed growing in a patch of grass. It is essentially it's the kind of plant where if you try and eat it, but also if it pierces your skin, it'll cause inflammation.
It's a stinging nettle.
Yeah.
It's a nettle or a thistle bush.
Yes, something like that.
Oh, I'm not touching it. I found something, but I'm not gonna touch it. I've been stung by those way too many times in real life to actually want to grab one.
Can I use presumably I've got tongs and
Yeah, you've got
what have you.
poisoner kit
Can I
tools
take
that
a
you
look
can.
at it? Would it seem like the kind of thing that'd be okay in a poison if I added
Yeah,
some other stuff?
Could be. Yeah, you could. It's one of the mystical poison ingredients.
Cool. What would I call it in my?
Thistle.
Mystical poison ingredient.
Number 1.
We'll call it a stinging nettle.
Okay.
That works.
I got that from World of Warcraft. I'm not sure if that's an actual thing.
I don't
Yeah, it
add
is.
it. This is also not an actual thing. I'm just making it up. Stinging nettle. It works though because it's a nettle that stings you.
Really?
Thistle is the really, really thin.
Yeah.
The ones that are this high off the
I
ground. and
realized
really
that it was-
pokey and not hard leaves at all. They're just thin, so they needle pierce you.
Yeah, I realized that nettle was the wrong thing. Right. Thistle's the wrong thing. Yeah,
Thistle's
sorry.
the wrong thing, but it still does the same effect. It still hurts when you step on it.
Right. Okay. So as you all are heading out, over the next 2 hours, after around 2 hours, you're looking and listening around, you would see that a distant light source from what looks like a couple units ahead of you, couple miles ahead of you.
I would quietly point that out.
How-
It seems to be the same one that you saw last night.
How far ahead is it?
Couple miles.
I'll send my owl ahead to go and investigate it.
Okay. As you guys are going to continue to walk away from the owl, are you going to pause and let the owl do its scouting?
We can keep moving, probably just at a slower pace to let it do its
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so it flies out of your range, and after the time you get back and you get a image of, essentially it describes to you there is a fire and 6 people, all of whom have horses. Around half of them are covered in metal.
I would relay that to the group.
They're all holding stick things.
I would relay that to the group.
Should we try to take a different path? Or
It looked like
You said they were here.
4 of them were sitting down around the fire. 2 of them were actually like mounted.
You said that they were here last night as well.
Mhm.
Did they seem to move?
Investigation? No.
Perception.
Investigation.
It'd be an intelligence perception.
It doesn't help. Natural 20.
Sweet.
19.
Yes, it looks like they have moved since last night.
I
They've
away
moved
or
in a
towards us?
southwesterly direction.
I mentioned that to the group.
Okay.
Not towards you, not directly towards you,
But
but
just happenstance.
like you're going that way. Wait, grab backwards. You're going that way. They're going like that way.
Okay. I
Should
mean,
we try to avoid
Are we
them?
walking like directly towards them, or
You are walking
are they by the path?
like a few hundred feet. There's no path.
Cool.
Like a few hundred feet to their left. No. To their right. They're going to be on the right of. You're going to be left of them.
we can keep moving. If something goes bad, I could just turn into something, and we can make a quick escape.
Nothing you can turn us in. You can turn into is going to be able to get us all out in time. We have a horse.
Who can run 60 feet in a round?
Okay, but
I
are
can
you going
also
to?
do
Are you
that.
able to carry?
Yes. Giant elk is a huge-sized creature.
Okay.
I mean,
The main problem is huge sized creature.
I can always expeditious retreat.
Being able to carry everyone would be an issue.
Well, one person would go on horse because it's the same speed,
Mhm.
and then I can carry 2 people.
And then I could expeditious retreat if I needed to.
And just dash away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy enough to just completely avoid them if that's what we want to do.
Yeah. I'd rather do that.
Alright. We'll swerve a little bit more out of their way.
All right. So you're gonna. Okay. It'll add a bit of time onto your travel.
How much time?
Half a day.
Half a day.
We wouldn't be swerving like that majorly. I meant like
Just a little bit.
instead of
'Cause-
a couple hundred feet, like quarter, half of a mile, something like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's not like super.
Yeah.
We're not going like 5 miles away from them, so we don't.
Guys, we can't run the risk.
I can't run the
Enough
risk.
that hopefully they won't hear my armor going clank, 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 clank.
Okay. A quarter day.
As long as you stay close.
It's a half mile.
We can get closer.
We're
to them.
already like a couple.
I would rather run into them than than
Fuck it then.
do that.
How many?
You
how
would
many
you would
creatures?
arrive later on the second. I think you're due to arrive near the end of the second day. It would be a couple hours.
How many creatures can I cast Pass Without a Trace on? Is it 6?
That was 10.
It's fine as long as they're
No,
not bandits.
no.
It's not gonna be a big deal. Probably bandits, but you know. Now that I say that, turn into a
Wow.
giant ape and scare them off.
Hopefully,
it's
this group of people with pointy sticks and metal armor aren't bandits.
They weren't necessarily pointy. They were just sticks.
fine. Look at us.
That's fair. We don't look like bandits.
Each creature
Caster's
within 30
wearing
feet of
metal
you.
armor. That's really what we need.
Yeah. We can just
Metal
we
armor.
can continue going
Pointy
on.
sticks.
We can.
We're not
continue,
bandits.
We can continue going on the straight path, and when we get close to them, I can cast Pass Without a Trace, and we can just divert ourselves around.
All right, fair.
I'm
Like,
fine with that.
You know, maybe take an extra hour out of the travel, but it'll work. I
Probably,
think.
given that,
An hour
probably
better
around
than
an
getting
hour.
roped into almost being killed by God knows what.
By these random travelers. All right. So you're gonna go ahead and, as you approach, Pass Without a Trace.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get closer. Are you gonna do it? How long does it last?
An hour.
Hour?
Yep. I want to get it as close as possible.
Close as
before.
possible.
Can I try and take a look at the group as we're approaching them?
I would like to as well through my owl's eyes.
Okay.
Send my owl about 100 feet towards them.
Over the course of time, I would also take off my survival
Oh, I thought you were taking that off.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I would have. but
You
I
would
would
have
have before I approached them.
Yeah, I figured you were taking off last night. Get back
Yeah.
into your normal survival equipment. Normal traveling equipment with the belt.
I'm not wearing the belt right now.
Traveling the belt right now. Okay. All right. Too many items to attune to.
The shield, but I'm not carrying the. I'm
Okay.
not. I don't have the shield on right now. I've unattuned from it.
All right. You're not wearing it. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So you're going to approach, and then you're gonna send your owl up, and you're also gonna try and take a peek. Okay. Owl perception check.
13.
13. Okay. So as you guys get close enough to the group, your owl can see that it looks like people on horseback are actively patrolling. It kind of looks like they're moving around. As you approach, you can see there's a few hills in the area. So you're waiting to pass that trace until the absolute latest bomb.
Until, yeah.
I can do major image in the opposite direction of us.
I think we're fine.
Okay, so around the time you're about to pass without trace, one of the riders kind of rides up a hill into a place where he could see you and you could see him. He kind of surveys the land. It looks like he gets a glance at you and then starts to head back. Can I have the two of you give me a perception checks because you were the ones looking out?
Oh, that's pretty good. 20.
18.
18. Okay. Looking at him, okay, so it would be with dark vision. Don't really notice a whole lot about this person. Their knight, horse. The horse is unarmored. The horse only has some basic barding on it. The knight itself looks like he's wearing good, but not the best armor, holding a shield and has a lance. You're looking, it's outside the range of your dark vision, so you're looking at him in the dim light. And
So do you want me to roll disadvantage?
Yes, please.
Oh, wow, that's still good.
Hey!
19.
19, okay. Because it's outside the range of your dark vision, you're looking at him in the dim light, and as you're seeing him, you see the really...
My dark vision is still gray.
Yeah.
Colors of gray.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be a different color than gray, like with Farah Genasi being red, but it is still grayscale. But because it is...
Oh, he's Fire Genasi.
What? No.
Oh. What the...
He's talking about your the snake person's dark vision.
Your
itself.
dark vision.
It may be in
Right.
like a red scale,
Or
like
green.
Daredevil's, or green. Like,
Right.
Okay.
But if you're looking at him in the moonlight, you can see a very odd thing about him is that despite the fact that the ground around him is green, the moon is silver, the background is black, he's still in grayscale. Like, he himself and the armor he's wearing appears to be nothing but black and white, even where there should be color, like on his lance or on his shield.
Does he have any kind of emblem on him?
He doesn't have any kind of insignia on his shield or anything. And it doesn't look like he is a proper knight.
Can I tell what race he is?
He's wearing a helmet. But he kind of looks over the lot of you and then heads back. Looks like he's going towards his camp. That's that trace on everyone? Okay. Everyone will add +10 to their stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magic. And because he's leaving no traces.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to advance stealthily?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have cast on and cast off. You can just out of it.
But
you still have to carry it, and there's
Yeah,
no
it's
way
still
to
gonna-
carry it easily, so it's still going to clink and clank.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I already thought about that.
Gotcha.
26 for me.
Oh, it's +10, right?
Yes.
So it's still 21.
29.
You don't want to know.
Okay. So was it 26, 21, 29, just stupid high?
39.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
You're back in the one shot.
Flat modifiers are something else. Okay, so you guys start sneaking around, making sure to take use of hills and shrubbery wherever you can. Horse also kind of like does a very odd stealth gait.
I forgot about horse.
I mean,
Jesus.
horse doesn't make sound when he walks now.
Are you still,
Oh
Are
yeah,
you still
okay.
on horse?
Stealth gait as in like he's trying to lower his profile, like be closer to the ground, and that's not how horses are supposed to walk, but he's still trying.
He's like the horse from Tangled.
I'm still on horse, so I'm just sitting there.
Yeah. You're kind of like the sitting on the horse, like, well, now I'm only slightly taller than Bronwyn.
Right.
And as you guys are sneaking around, you can see after around half an hour, you can hear a clamor of hoofbeats as all 6 riders start to, it sounds like, approach and look for you.
I'm gonna, can you give us, just by pointing, a general idea of where we are compared to them on the map?
Oh, they're a couple hundred feet away.
Okay.
And they seem to be looking for you.
I'm going to...
How many 100 feet away?
400 feet away.
Damn.
I'm gonna cast Major Image.
Don't waste the spell. We rolled so stupid high on stealth.
Dude,
That's fine.
I have Arcane Recovery.
Okay.
Like, what else am I gonna use it for?
Still not.
You were gonna fucking polymorph us out of here, homie.
In case we needed to run.
Dude.
Not in case we
they're
were
looking
already
for us.
with it, or we already were stealthing out of there with a 39 stealth.
Jesus Christ, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Fuck it, never mind. God.
Despite their best efforts to look, and Einir's horse didn't roll a stealth check.
Wouldn't Einar's stealth check be Horse's stealth check?
No, the 2 creatures.
Even though she's on him?
Yeah. If anything,
Yeah.
horse. is
Okay,
a
so
preference
what if they see her but they don't see Horse?
I'm just floating through the
here.
grass.
Unfortunately, horse rolled a 25.
Yeah.
So horse is stealthier than Einir.
No, I rolled a 26.
26 goes 20?
He's
You
stealthier
rolled
than
21. That's what it is. So
I am less stealthy
you know
than
what?
a horse.
Here's the thing. That makes sense because he doesn't have clank armor, and he also makes no noise when he walks. So the the people on horses looking over the lot of you. It looks like they're looking as you continue to sneak away. It doesn't seem like they're able to figure out where you are.
Are they all wearing helmets?
No. Only the 3 of them. As you look at them, given enough time, because you're going to be sneaking away looking at them pretty frequently, you can see that the one that you saw earlier, he's a bit more heavily armored than the 2 other mounted people who appear to have armor on and also helmets on. There are 3 of them. Sorry, there are 6 of them. 3 of them are armored. 3 of them aren't. The 3 of them that are armored, one of them appears to be more heavily armored than the others. He is the only one of the armored ones that appear to be in grayscale. The other ones have flecks of color on their armor and across their shields and weapons. There are also 3 what looks like mounted archers.
Okay, are those the ones that aren't wearing armor?
They aren't wearing armor or helmets, and you can tell
Gotcha.
that all 3 of them are humans.
Okay. And I just wanted to make sure. I
Although-
was going to ask if they were wearing robes or something, but
The one who seems to be taking the lead in the searching, his skin is ashen, black and white, grayscale. The other 2 appear to be less of that.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I kind of want to look at them more to find out what they are. That grayscale is confusing me. But I think we should keep going.
Okay. So do you want to investigate or keep going?
Keep
I
going.
want to keep going.
Keep going?
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want to, go around and, charge them with the might of 1,000 men? I kid. Okay, so you guys continue sneaking along, heading towards the city of South Elm. After an hour elapses, you've gotten probably just far enough away from them that you haven't seen them in a while. As Pass Without Trace drops. Do you guys want to continue heading north at a normal speed?
Yeah, we're going South Helm?
South Helm,
Helm.
yeah.
Gotcha.
It's possessive. South's Helm.
South Helm.
Okay, so a lot of you continue heading up towards South Elm.
Alright, cool.
There, All right. So,
Einir.
Mm.
I'm not wearing this belt anymore. Would you like to trade for it? Those gauntlets or those bracers that I roughly mentioned last time, a day or two ago.
Hold on. My character sheet did not say what magic items I had, so
it was the gauntlet of...
The gauntlet of defense.
Defense.
Or the bracer.
Bracer,
Bracer
thank you.
protection.
The bracer of defense.
Of defense, not protection.
It gave you a +1 to your AC while you're attuned to it and not wearing armor.
okay.
Oh, and not wearing armor?
And not wearing armor.
Mage armor would work.
Mage armor doesn't need armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, then never mind. If
It's a magic item designed for monks and barbarians.
I mean, I already offered it. Here you go. You can do if you just to keep yourself more protected. I don't need the bracer because I've got the armor that I'm wearing.
Yeah. All right.
Which is the carapace arm?
Yeah.
Okay.
The breathy armor.
All right. So, as a lot of you keep on heading north, it would take... You guys need to rest that night.
Mm-hmm.
Again. Night. So, what watches would you be taking?
I'm fine to take whichever watch.
First and second.
First and second, long resting?
Yep, and then get berries again.
Okay.
Last.
First, second,
I'll take third.
third, and then Yidrissa?
I can just do it.
Third, okay. Alright. First, second,
First, second. For the first watch, it was 17.
17, okay.
I'm not good on the second watch.
Over the course of that first watch, keeping a very watchful eye, in the south, you can see another fire burning. It looks like it's that same campfire you saw as you were heading north.
Okay.
It's a bit closer to you than it was when you slept last, but it is still a good enough distance away.
Gotcha.
Do you have your own campfire?
I would assume we would have to because it's really
It's going
cold
to
out.
be really. It would be like
Yeah, I'd
exhausting
assume.
threatening
Yeah,
level
I'd
of
assume
cold
it
out.
would have to be. We'd have to have a campfire because I'm good with exhaustion, but
Yeah.
these two are not.
As I
And then the second one, sorry,
11.
11 total of 11.
Yes.
Okay. As you're kind of looking at your second watch, you would hear the beat of hooves at one point during your watch coming from vaguely south of you. And you would put, I presume you were a bit on edge from it.
Mm-hmm.
But after 15 minutes, it would have peaked and subsided.
Gotcha. And then for the rest of it, I'd just be in the shadows,
Right.
as close as hidden in the shadows with a bow drawn, ready to.
Okay. And then eventually it does end. Third watch.
what's the range on Icarus detect thoughts?
Oh, it's the spell detect thoughts. I want to say 30 feet. Self, but 30 feet.
Okay. I would tell Icar that if
You're kind of like very slowly, like.
I'll give you food. Yes, you see a worm. Icar, if any humanoids like us come close enough for you to do your magic trick where you hear what they're thinking, you tell me what they're thinking, okay? And then
Icar will also look on.
so plus 5 is 22.
22, okay. So you're keeping a very watchful watch out.
And Idris is
You're on
on
the
watch for
last watch, and then
right.
Beatrice is also on watch, okay. Would you roll a Beatrice?
21.
21? Okay, so the two of you are keeping careful watch out, which means that you have plenty of advance warning as you hear several.
She was also up in the third one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would notice at first you hear heavy hoofbeats. Sounds like many hoofbeats moving in your general direction.
I would have also warned them as I was.
Yeah,
going
you
to
would have told them about that earlier. Yeah. It sounds like they're still a few minutes off, as in like 20, 15 minutes off.
Should we start moving? Or should we put out the campfire?
I mean, we should wake everybody up.
Well, yeah, no,
We can't really start moving anywhere because then we're all going to be exhausted.
And they're all on horseback.
Yeah.
I'm asleep.
Well,
You're
no,
tranced. You can.
and they're
Yeah.
all on horse.
But you were gonna wake everyone up
Thank
anyway.
you, Sleepy Dog. We appreciate
You're gonna wake everyone up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Awaken.
Ah.
What?
Listen.
Oh fuck. Do you have another casting of that spell, or?
There's not any
They're-
point. They're looking for us.
Can
So
I
they're
make
going to keep looking
a?
for us.
How far off are they?
15 minutes.
Yeah, we've got a campfire, and pass without a trace would do nothing for. Would do nothing for us with the campfire going and everything.
Yeah.
But I can't hand you all 5 more good berries apiece. Horse. Is he sleeping?
Just sleeping standing up.
Is he sleeping though?
He is currently asleep.
Okay. Just gonna
Good to know that he sleeps sometimes.
move him to the back of the tents and everything.
Kind of opens his eyes, looks at you, and silently, because he is wearing this, he like moves him around to back of the tents.
What kind of terrain are we in right now?
You would be kind of a little hidden behind several hills, but the hills aren't larger than like 15 feet high.
Okay, if there's no tree cover, there's no.
There's no tree cover. There's bushes, but you have your little campfire made from bush sticks, and then your tent set up around it.
How big are the bushes?
5 feet tall.
So are we gonna?
As far as cover is concerned, it's going to be half cover hiding behind them.
Wait.
Because you can still see through them.
I'll put on the carapace armor.
Are we waiting for them to show up?
I am.
Okay. I take the hunting trap and set it basically in
Like in
the
the way.
direction that.
Okay.
I'd like to put a couple.
And I
arrows.
tell the party where it's set.
Alright,
Yeah.
and then you put a couple arrows in the ground.
Put
So
it- well, no, I'm just gonna put them in the ground instead of having a quiver because I don't have a quiver.
yeah, you.
I just have a bundle of arrows kind of wrapped around and thing. So I just
I know,
stick a
it's-
couple arrows in the ground ready for them to.
I have
just
an extra
pull up.
backpack that you
I
can
know what you're
just.
talking about.
They're poking. They're covered up and
It's
everything, but they're not in a
fine.
quiver.
It's fine.
Same thing with my crossbows or my bolts. They're not in a bolt case,
bolts.
so
They're just kind of in there somewhere. It's organized though.
I got them
Organized.
tied up.
Yeah.
With
Which you have them
strips
like
of rope.
ready to be drawn.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why I'm sticking them into the ground, ready to just grab off the ground and shoot.
Okay.
And I'll hide behind a bush.
All right.
Stealth check.
Yes,
Or-
please.
Alright.
I'll go ahead. If you guys are deciding to fight, I'll go ahead and draw them out.
Stupid armor.
Would I have been able to?
Oh.
I
no.
mean, we
I
tried
probably
to
wouldn't.
run
I
away.
probably wouldn't have been able to attune to the mage armor belt thing.
It takes an hour.
I would have given it to her earlier.
Yeah,
anyway.
it takes an hour to attune to the thing.
Shortly
so yeah.
after we passed the camp. I rolled two natural 17s for my stealth check with disadvantage. So a total of 27 or 28.
That sounds good. Okay, so
Yeah.
I still have my shield as +2.
Bless you.
shield is plus
Did
2.
you sneeze?
What's your AC
No.
then?
an old
23.
Sneeze. I was munching down on that chip and I heard roar.
Okay,
Oh.
so campfire would be here. So where would you want to be settled down compared to the camp? One second. Campfire's there.
Which way are they approaching from?
They're approaching from this direction.
Okay. I would have.
The tents I'm thinking are like
Close by the campfire.
That's a bit too close to the campfire, but whatever. There and there.
Okay, and the campfire sheds light for how far?
30 feet?
30, 30. 30 bright, 30 dim. It'd be a bit more than that. 45, 45, we'll say.
There would be the hunting trap.
Okay, so that's where the bright light ends. And then the hunting trap would be here. Okay. And then there are a variety of bushes around, like there and there and there and etc.
Sneaky behind this one.
Okay.
There's no point in me
I will
trying
also
to be
hide
sneaky,
behind this
sneaky.
one. I will hide behind that one. That bush.
And then there is a vague rise up to around the peak of the hills, like around here. That's about 5 feet. That's another 5 feet right there. So it's not a very steep hill at all.
I'm hiding behind that bush, and I got a 17 stealth.
17
no, 18.
stealth, and then
18.
Idris, are you hiding behind that bush?
I was actually an 18. Because I don't know how to do. I forgot how to do that.
Sure.
Aren't you in school for math, though?
16.
No.
I currently have my short,
I might be good at it,
sword.
but that doesn't
my
mean I'm good
sword
at it.
sheath.
I don't know how to do 13 plus 5.
Noted. Your shield is glowing 5-footed.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, my sword is sheathed so that if need be, I can hex them and then pull my sword out.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like peaceful about this. Like, oh look, my sword
I
is
said
sheathed.
if need be. If need be.
Yeah, I'm not hiding to do a ice storm or anything.
Her stuff glows?
Yep.
Her shield, unless she chooses to make it not glow and not magical, like if she, as long as it is plus something, it's glowing. She's glowing 5 feet of dim light. She
But
can
I'm
turn
also
that off.
standing out in the open.
Okay.
She can do
No,
it.
just asking for future reference because casting Pass Without Trace, regardless of how well of a stealth roll you have with that plus 10,
Right.
it can't
I was,
hide that light.
Yes, I'm presuming that you would, when stealthing, you would turn those. Well, she already had disadvantage on stealth
Yeah.
rolls, but even then, it's more of a case of. We'll discuss that again in the future. I had kind of forgotten about it.
Yeah.
Where is horse?
Behind these tents.
Okay.
Horse will be.
Here is horse.
There we go.
That
He would
works.
be in the middle of some squares. He's a large-sized creature.
Yeah.
Marvelous. Okay, so
He's just standing back there awkwardly.
as you all are
Was a
standing there
button.
prepared, Bronwyn being the only person who's apparently visible, coming up over the rise, you'd see this a group of 5 people mounted. 2 of them are knights. 3 of them are archers. It looks like the most heavily armored knight and the odd-looking archer are also still here. And as they kind of pull up to you, the knight in the lead with the lance kind of like walks up and goes, "Well, hello there.
Good evening.
Mighty fine fire you got down there. It seems like everything's been nice and fortunate. All by yourself, are you?"
My friends are in the tents.
If I am able to, right before this does turn sour, I'll be casting Zephyr Strike on myself.
Okay, so
Like,
you
if
have
it-
that. You have that ready, basically.
Yeah, it's ready for just in case it turns sour. And could I roll? Never mind, we're good.
My friends are sleeping.
Well, simply here to welcome you all to the neighborhood. If you want to bring them out to discuss anything. I mean, kind of. 1 second. What's worth stealth check? 19.
He sees me.
No, her horse's stealth check is a 19.
Horse, okay.
What's your stealth?
16.
Okay. He kind of gave a brief scan, as does the archer to his side.
Can
What is it you want to discuss?
Well, simply, how can I say? It seems impolite to just be passing through without saying hello to some guests. Perhaps a few gifts would be in order. Do you giggle?
Yeah. Do you have a deed to this land?
Can I peek out?
What do you want to see?
No. Can I just kind of like...
Making yourself visible?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same that there's, and he doesn't say anything at first, and you can see the archer next to him kind of like leans over and whispers something in his ear, kind of. Oh, and I see you have a friend back there who isn't in a tent, but rather hiding behind some bushes. If I didn't know better, I'd say you were planning on.
Well, who keeps watch by themselves? You'd keep watch in pairs, obviously. You said you were looking for gifts. Are you meaning to rob us?
Oh, that's such a crude word. I hate saying that.
But is that what you're wanting
My
to do?
owl's circling pretty far above, and I'm trying to see where that sixth person is.
Okay, go ahead and give me it would be a regular perception check because it's outside of the range of his dark vision.
Can I be right over here? Kind of by this bush.
What?
11.
It could have been worse.
That the vantage point is the primary thing. From what he can see, there doesn't look to be one within line of sight.
Keep in mind we've got a shit ton of bright light.
You would, if you had to guess, he's not with this group. Like, your owl from 100 feet up, looking all around, doesn't see any other horses in the area.
Okay.
I'll activate Tireless.
Okay.
I would like to, in Orcish,
6, 7, 8.
say, and specifically keeping an eye to see if I think any of them understand me, say we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way.
Give me an insight check.
I rolled a 6 on the D10.
Yeah.
That's my wisdom on.
Yep.
Nope. 8.
None of them seem to give much of a sign of comprehension.
Okay.
Does it seem like she's being threatening? Or is she just...
Are you trying to be threatening?
Orcish in
No,
general sounds
no.
like a threatening.
Yeah,
Like,
the
well,
language itself is rough,
I'm trying to see if they understand me so that I can give Icar an instruction in Orcish without them understanding.
did you say that?
No.
Then I don't understand.
So are you trying to be? You're just trying to say this casually.
Yeah.
You guys are looking for gifts.
Quite. I mean,
And what are you doing in the area? Are you just patrolling looking for gifts?
well, it's not exactly safe anywhere else. I'm looking after me and mine in these trying dark times.
I whisper to Icar and Orcish to tell me what their plan is.
So Icar kind of, like you know, you can hear Icar like give a little Icar grunt like, as she kind of focuses. She
Is she
focuses
close
her spell 30 feet within the. Wait, what? 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You'd have to walk up 1 second. Let me put them on the board. Where did I put
The sixth one is hiding behind my cup.
I would approach to get Icar close enough after giving her that instruction.
Okay. So right now, big old boy is there. Archer dude's there. Other archer dude is there. And then the other knights are back here.
This one's big old boy or this one?
Big old boy, archer dude.
Okay, we're good.
And so you can feel like her go, and focus the text box on it, and then you see, him standing there, and then very suddenly, you feel Icar kind of give a bit of a whimper, and you see that person in the lead, he suddenly flushes with, like, it seems like underneath his armor running in a very slight web, like there's some kind of dim orangish light coming from inside him. And he kind of, oh, trickery, is it?
Does
What
it
I
look like
noticed
they're? Does it look like if it looks like they're about to charge? I have the staff of ice on my side.
Okay.
Does it look like it's turning sour?
I'm preparing.
He lowers the lance, and you can. Icar kind of whisper, "Okay,
I cast
initiative."
That's when
I was preparing.
Yes, you have. Okay, we're gonna roll initiative.
Okay.
Everyone was preparing to fight.
Okay.
They don't see you though, so that's helpful.
That's a big ol' 4.
Oh wait, what was your stealth?
That's the lowest.
Ice storm.
Stealth.
Oh, stealth was a 18.
18.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Please spell.
And then yours was high.
29.
Yeah.
28.
Okay.
It's the lowest I rolled
Initiative.
in a long time.
Yeah. What'd you roll?
12.
I rolled.
That's so sad for you. Oh my god.
I rolled pretty
a
good
4.
for me. I rolled 18. Which, I mean, makes sense.
Einir just started to fall back asleep behind the bush.
Oh, I haven't gotten that dragon tooth. The dragon's tooth. The big one.
Oh yeah.
I haven't gotten that one identified. I keep forgetting about it.
I need
This
to
is me forgetting about it, not I'll keep forgetting about it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it might be a little of both.
You have someone else identify.
Yep. It's more so my memory is very bad.
Okay. And then everyone's in initiative order. Marvelous. Okay. Bronwyn.
18.
That's 18, not 1. Einir.
4.
Octurnius.
Einir just started to fall back asleep in the bush.
Idrissa.
11.
11. Okay. This is essentially from the moment he lowers his lance, everyone's reacting simultaneously. The initiative is a measure of just how lucky you got as far as reaction time goes.
Yep.
That's okay. Person on the lance rolled a 21.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, he rolled a 20 with a +1. So he is going to. He's riding the horse. I want to clarify that there are creatures on top of all these.
You mean
horses.
the horse isn't riding him?
No, it's not how it works. He's just going to go ahead and lower his lance, charge towards you. You're in this square?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's going to move his horse to here.
Oh, that lance is.
Oh, I might have an idea.
That lance means you can't get close.
And then he's going to go ahead and attack you twice with his lance.
Okay.
To attack you twice, he's actually doing one
If I don't
attack
think I'm
with the lance, and then he's
I
going to
grab
keep on
my
moving.
horse and fly him into the air
And
and drop him.
if it works.
If it works.
He does look like a very beefy
The
guy.
highest is a 14.
He
Okay.
does have a 16
So you just
strength, and it's also
block it very
large, so it's
quickly,
pretty
and then that was what from here.
But I think it
5,
would be a
10,
strength contest or something like that.
15.
He has proficiency in athletics. Oh no, that's
I wouldn't get opportunity on the horse, would I?
Maybe an
No,
athletics
you
check
would
versus
not.
an
He's specifically
acrobatics
saying
or
out of
athletics check.
range.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like circling around to here. Bronwyn's up next.
Okay. Hex on big guy.
Hex on big guy. There's no save there, is there?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
What are you hexing?
The person or the horse?
The person.
What check are you hexing?
Oh yeah.
Strength.
Strength.
Strength check. Okay.
Oh, you are.
Just to grab him
Yeah.
if you need to.
My plan is coming.
You would just what? Acrobatics? You can acrobatics.
This is the stupidest idea I've ever had.
I want to get close enough to attack the horse's
But I have
throat.
polymorph.
You can go.
Might
Yeah,
not.
that you'd have to be within range of. He's on
And they're
these
not
3
in
squares.
range of snowball stores.
So you're
Yeah,
going to
ice
attack.
storm
You're
anyway.
trying to attack the horse.
Yeah.
So that might be it. Is.
Unfortunately, he forces you to attack him instead.
Okay.
He has the mounted combatant feat. So essentially, he shimmies the horse. Like you're going for attacking the horse. He shimmies the horse around to interpose himself between you and the horse.
So, first attack
What?
Read the mountain combatant feat.
does a... Hang on.
As you are close to him, you can see he's wearing splint mail. Splint. armor.
Does a natural 20 hit?
Why did it take so long?
Because I was trying to
dirty-
figure out... Because it took me a moment to realize that I
Good.
had my +7 back and
Go
not a
ahead.
+6.
Dirty 20 or
Dirty 20.
okay.
Oh, dirty 20? Yes, that hits. Sorry, I heard. I was reading
No.
natural
I
20.
heard natural 22.
I did.
I said unnatural.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't hear the.
I was
natural.
confused why you were leaving the natural 20 for so long.
4 plus
Contemplating
4,
natural 20.
so that first one is 8
Theatrical
points.
Okay, so as you hit him, you can see most
The
of his
only issue is
energy
it has
as he,
26
like most of the force of your blow as you
Yeah.
swing at him.
If you
It
get
doesn't
hit
seem to
and you're
hurt
straight up
him,
there.
but once you kind of
Yeah.
you kind of give him a bit of a hit, and he does take some damage, but the glow is gone. It seems like it was shielding him.
though, so I can get him up pretty high.
And Iker kind of whispers to you, "Damn work."
I'm gonna try again. And I'm gonna whisper to Iker, hide. Does a 19 hit?
19
I'm too
does
far
hit.
away. I'm just gonna.
5.
Plus your dex damage.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Since I'm last in the initiative order, I'm
Another
gonna be
d6
right
on each
back.
of those.
1 and 6.
It's another 7.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next up is number 5. What's the range on his weapon? Sweet. Okay, he's just gonna ride over to here, and then take a pair of pot shots at the snake woman with his longbow.
You can't see on the snake woman.
I'm describing which person he's attacking. What's your AC?
He hits.
16.
It's 11.
Okay, so he hits us both. It's possible for him to miss. Oh, wait, it's a longbow, sweet. Total of 15 points of piercing damage from the 2 shots. Nocturnius, it's your turn.
Hmm. Is number 4 an archer?
Yes, number 4 is the grayscale archer. Number
Right.
1 and 4 are grayscale, the others aren't. Number 5 is an archer, numbers 2 and 3 aren't horsemen.
I'm gonna try to poke my poke the tip of the arrow through, or pull an arrow back in the bow and poke the tip of the arrow.
You'd
through
be
the
able
bush.
to shoot through the bush, yeah.
Uh,
you have half cover from the bush, but people can shoot through in both ways.
Since I am hidden, does that
You
mean
get an advantage on the attack.
Okay.
Number 4, you said?
What's that?
Number 4, right?
Yeah, number 4.
Got it.
He's not within 30 feet, so Minor Warrior doesn't take effect.
Yes.
Bonus action Hunter's Mark. Non-concentration, so.
Yep.
To hit.
On number 4, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
19 plus 8. No, plus 9. So 28
28 will hit.
to hit.
Yep.
That's 7, 10 plus 6. 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage.
And then loosen off another. Reaching down, grab an arrow from the ground.
And then
loosen
shoot another one.
arrow
Yep, go ahead.
at the guy.
This time he's like
Ooh.
reacted.
13.
13, he dodges.
Yep.
No, it glances off his armor, sorry.
Glances off his armor.
No, he dodges.
Dodges.
He dodges. 13 is he dodges.
Gotcha.
He seems very dexterous.
Because I'm obscured and everything, and I don't think he can see me. I want to shift one spot over.
Okay.
That way, if he does shoot, maybe he shoots the wrong spot.
He drifts up.
I'm gonna go ahead and fireball right in the middle there.
Okay.
So all 3 can make a dex save.
Alright. DC?
16?
Alright.
I wouldn't be prone hiding behind that bush, right? I would just.
No, yeah, you can be
Squat.
not run, yeah. Okay, so I'll go ahead and roll the dex save for the
Just making
rider.
sure needle. Yeah. I'm just making sure because I don't want another
that's good.
Jax
Holy shit,
situation.
that's good.
That's really good.
Whew.
Okay.
That's
40 if they fail.
So the horses all die.
Look at that. Look at how many 6s there are.
That's a lot of 6s. Okay. Do the horses all die? Right. None of the other ones have mounted combatant feet,
Ha!
which gives your mount evasion, which is great. But yeah, all the horses die, which means they all have to make dex saves. Let's see if they all
Do
also
I be
die.
at 9-8?
No, I'm fine right now.
Okay,
Thank
so
you,
Does anyone want to be at 9-8?
Nope.
night
Damn.
2 fails. Night 1
I wonder
does
why.
not fail.
If
And
it goes
then
south and I start
that
to
dude
die, then yeah.
I
Got
like
that.
the idea of polymorph.
takes.
Or not, yeah,
half.
polymorph.
Yeah.
Augie doesn't really like the idea of not being himself.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
That's
night 2 takes
My reason to be
night
yesterday.
1 and the
Very
number
fun.
4 both take half, which is 20.
but with the mage armor belt, it works on polymorph.
Oh, and the
If you polymorph yourself.
he is now bloodied. Also, they are all now no longer mounted, and I guess I'm going to represent that with D4s.
I forgot to
For the horse corpses.
No, for the people who are no longer on
Oh.
horses. Hey, it works. Number 4, who is now a person standing there, who is not prone. Number 2, this person sitting there, and number
And I'm gonna move over here.
3, who is the person standing there. And then neither of those are prone either. They're able to get off the horse successfully. As it falls to death underneath them, and then he takes 40 damage and is bloodied. Sweet. Okay, so on his turn, the one who takes 40 damage, he's going to pull out his greatsword. Oof.
I think I can do what I want to do.
Oof. He's going to go ahead and dash
Oh, I can't do it anymore.
up to here and kind of stand ready for you.
That dash is the killer.
Alright, and then this guy, he is going to short bow and take a shot at Bronwyn.
Is your sword? Are you in defense mode or attack
Defense mode.
Ooh. Isn't that 20?
Oof.
mode? Defense mode doesn't stop that.
Nope.
That's going to be... Oh, he's using a light crossbow. Oh, that makes more sense. Okay, he's taking a light crossbow shot at you. That will be...
Hmm?
As he sneakily attacks you.
Oh! Oh boy.
You might have to turn me into an ape.
This is what happened to Jax. Almost.
.42 points of piercing damage.
Jesus Christ. Are
As
you
he,
looking?
he draws back his bow. He's bloodied himself, but he draws back his bow, aims right at your neck, and
Which one?
Do you need a...
number 4.
I'm at 16 health right now.
Yeah.
Do you want ape or do you want to cure wounds? Do you want 157 health?
Ape me.
Cool.
Hate me, bro.
Let's go.
He is then going to... Let's see.
I think I still have those stats somewhere.
Try to hide behind that horse.
I can't get to do what I want to do.
Of course, that will drop my hex, but it's fine.
Wait, I'll leave this guy.
What's
And-
that? Oh,
You might still be able to
you got to
keep
roll for concentration.
concentrating on it.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Concentration DC 20
Yeah, it's not gonna
something.
Yeah, 23 if it
Nope.
was 46 points.
Okay, concentration drops. He goes to there and then is angry that he can't get just that little bit further.
Does polymorph
By
in a
the-
creature who's concentrating on something? Does that drop their
You can
concentration?
maintain concentration.
Oh.
You have to make concentration saving throws, but you can maintain concentration unless it says otherwise. Like
Gotcha.
Barbarian's Rage is one of the very few things that drop
Yep.
concentration.
By the way, I would have summoned my owl back to me once I had made sure that there wasn't a 6th rider.
Okay, that's fair.
I just want to make sure so that I can actually put this here and have it make sense.
You know what? He is going to go ahead and dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Let's just.
30.
Thanks.
All right. Einir. So you pause for a moment as everything suddenly bursts into chaos, and you have your staff of ice readied.
The familiar would have been on me, so
Okay.
1,
Familiar's dashing up to there.
14. Go to Bronwyn, cast polymorph, turn her into a giant ape.
Okay. What size creature is that again?
Huge.
Do you
Okay.
still have your mini?
My Arwen mini? Yes, I do.
It's right on your computer.
I can't see that. And then that was 14.
It would be in
so
that space right here.
keep forgetting that there's cameras.
Visible.
I would then send my owl. What is that? 50 feet into the air,
Okay. All right.
and hopefully they don't see how that happened.
On his turn, knight number 1 on the horse, he kind of spins around, sees you looming above him as a giant ape, and does a little chuckle to himself. And then he kind of looks this giant ape dead in the eye and goes, "Well,
I wasn't done.
Anyways, he goes, what?
I was going to quicken a firebolt on the D6 guy.
on number 1."
Yeah.
Okay.
Big guy.
I would have advantage because I'm hidden, right?
That one or that one?
Yes. Although, given that you're doing it after the giant ape, he might have a bit of cover. What's the total to hit?
High. 24.
24.
Actually,
So as you,
Put that on
as
number
the
4.
mote of fire flies in to hit him, as it comes in contact with his person, you can see the mote of, yeah, he turns and he very visibly, like, he uses his reaction as the mote of fire kind of disappears harmlessly into him.
Does it look like a spell or does it look
Oh,
like
I was
it's
just
part
about
of
to send
the
the map.
It does not appear to be a spell. It appears to be some type of ability. And as he does so, you can see him glow just a little bit from the inside.
Oh.
Cool. Sorry.
On his turn, he kind of looks up
And
at
then
this.
I will
Oh,
move
yeah.
back to where I was.
Fair enough. He kind of looks up at this giant ape, gives a bit of a chuckle to himself, and then shouts, "Hit me!" and stabs at the giant ape twice.
Okay.
150 health. 157.
Jeez, one of those. What's the AC of a giant ape?
11.
11.
Oh my gosh.
No, 12.
Oh.
Okay, he actually misses one of those.
Am I in the way?
The other
Yeah.
deals.
Sorry, just trying to.
Yeah,
map out my
I can move
thing.
you around from here if you need me to.
No, I'm just trying to map it out.
Oh, that's
exactly
fine.
how
Okay.
many I
The
think
other
I go
deals a total of 15 piercing damage on the giant ape, and then he appears like he kind of lowers his shield and his lance and is like ready to get hit. Roman, it's your turn.
I go to punch him in the face.
Okay.
Plus 9 is 17.
That'll be enough for you to, as your giant ape hand comes swinging down, and as it starts to make contact with him again, you can see him put effort into this, uses his reaction, and as you kind of swing your arm down at him, you can feel all of a sudden this magic get sucked into him and to get pulled very forcibly and somewhat dramatically out of you, and you finish your swing as Bronwyn standing there.
Oh.
As he starts to glow hugely. What level spell is Polymorph?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Ouch.
fuck! I should have.
Note, this has been happening since the detect magic.
Oh.
It's
We're
the si-
screwed, guys.
We are.
So do I take
Literally
a
all
swing with
magic
my
users.
longsword or?
You've used one of your.
You have magic you can use.
Let's see. Let's
Technically.
see if
My
he
ability
blows
is
up.
not magic.
Let's see.
Planar warrior is not magic.
Fair enough.
Ooh.
I wonder is he?
I have 4 daggers.
So then for my
Oh.
second swing,
He illuminates. So he starts physically glowing, and it looks like he's beginning. He's shaking almost. Like it seems like it's almost as though he can't hold in all of the
power.
the power, the magic that he's holding inside of him. And you can see it starting to very
Cosmic
briefly slow,
power.
but he is shaking.
Sorry, Bronwyn.
No.
My bad.
Almost to the point where you would think, hey, that's got to be some kind of OSHA violation. You would have come down in the center where the giant ape was standing, so right there.
Okay.
So we're 5 feet away from everything.
No, not what I wanted. Wrong spell.
He is also very visibly, like, he has used his reaction to do that.
Cool. Good to know.
It takes his reactions to do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And do we get the sense that it was because of that?
Oh, wait,
the
you
power-
hunters marked number 4. Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
Okay.
You should have done the same thing.
So
He uses...
Number 4 was the rogue, right?
Yeah, the rogue, who is also grayscale, he has not done the same thing.
No.
he's used his reaction, right?
Yes.
Bonus action expeditious retreat.
He...
No. 35, 40.
I forgot to trigger when it should have triggered, but... So he didn't do that. He was preparing for something else. That was... He
The
has...
rogue was preparing for sneak attack.
Nope, he has a different reaction that he would use. You're moving over there? Okay.
Yep.
Next up is Horseman there. There are so many good targets. So you told Iker to go run and hide, like get off of you and run and hide? Okay, so Iker scurried off into the grass and is hiding right now.
Also, I'd be like, I think I'm gonna need some healing.
Right.
Or just blow them up. That would be fine too.
He's gonna go ahead and...
Probably.
to there.
Damn it.
Hello.
Leaving him like, this was literally why I stood here. As he takes a pair of longbow shots at Einir.
16 AC.
Yay, mage armor.
He probably won't hit both.
What's your dex?
+2.
Oh,
And
the
bracer.
He
bracer-
only
bracer
hits
is plus
one.
yeah.
What's it, 22?
Fine.
4. 7 piercing damage.
Pathetic.
Octurnius.
Oh, well, that
How-
kind of
how do
screwed
you
my
do math?
plans up.
How do you do?
Thank you, you stupid
How do you
horse
do?
archer.
It's 46. Right, okay. Nope. I can do math, I swear.
Oh.
Do you have
that,
another concentration ring?
That dragon tooth. That was a 15-foot cone the last time it worked,
15
right?
foot cone, yeah.
Oh, I've used both of my
Alright,
spell
well.
slots now.
Can I see number 4?
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm no longer
I can't see him?
so
Yes.
we're good.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll take one attack at him.
Alright. It would be an action to activate the magic item.
Oh, well, I'm just using the bow.
Okay, yeah, I want to clarify with the... So you're not planning on bowing and then... Okay, thank you.
Natural 20.
Roll all of that damage and we'll see whether or not he's dead.
Well, it's not a lot of damage. Or not
only
as
like
much as
60
it could
dice.
be. No, it's only 4.
I'm doing 2.
It would be 6.
I said 16.
Oh. 10 plus... well, 10 plus 10, 20... 28? No, 29.
Okay. He
29 points
uses...
of damage.
Oh, gosh. He uses his reaction to have that.
Oh, wait a second. No, it's 29 minus 3. So 26 points of damage.
Despite him
13.
using his reaction to have that, you still kill him.
Nice.
Hot damn. I will then move 5 feet forward and take my next attack against the guy on the horse.
Guy on the horse? Okay.
Yep.
The guy on the horse or the horse?
I don't want to kill the horse.
Okay, I need to clarify.
I'll just... Damn it. It won't hit.
Total?
11, no, 13.
That hits.
Does it really?
He's wearing no armor.
Alright, with the bonus action, can I plan our warrior? Or could I have marked
You
him
would have
beforehand?
had to chosen to do it beforehand, not here.
Then...
Because it mattered which one you were shooting at.
Yep, total of 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage to him.
And then I guess
He's
I'll
bloodied.
bonus action move my hunter's mark over to... No, wait a second. This is a spell, right? Hunter's mark is a spell, not an ability now. Yeah.
Yeah, you're still casting the spell.
Yep.
It is still magical.
Move it over to number 2.
Alright. Idrissa.
I'm gonna go ahead and mind spike number 1.
He is unable to do anything about it.
So make a wisdom save.
Oh, DC what?
16.
He passes.
Okay, so he only takes half damage. 1, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 7, he takes 7 psychic damage.
Okay. You can see that he doesn't appear to flinch at all, but his violent glowing becomes slightly less violent glowing. Like he's kind of...
And then I'm gonna go...
It seems that the magic, rather than damaging him, it damaged this shield that he had.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Hide behind horse.
Horse kind of just like is just standing there perfectly still,
Being quiet.
being quiet and pretending he doesn't exist. Okay, so next up is... Wait, he's dead.
Yeah.
Next up is...
Spotlight,
him?
grayscale rogue.
You can come and fucking get me.
And get punched by a
Did a
halfling.
horse roll a stealth check?
He did. He rolled a 19.
Yay.
Better than me. The halfling who's
And he
hiding
hasn't
in a
moved
bush.
at all.
No, talk still. He was told to hide. Frickin' hide.
Please let him run right into the horse.
Hmm.
Knock himself out.
Run this way around the campfire and get punched by a
5,
halfling.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Into the tent, start looting.
Fuck.
All my shit's on me. And I've got an arcane lock on my
Yeah.
back, so...
He figures this is the best time for it.
Sure, do his thing.
Great. I
He's
hope he's
in there now.
I hope he's ready to die.
Half horse trample the tent.
I hope he's ready to die for
And
touching
then
my
it's-
things. I was in the other tent, but I hope he's ready to die.
Take a shot, bitch.
Do it, dare you. Do it. I
Just
am
standing
hiding
there.
in a bush.
Leaning him with a tree, just...
And then he is going to ready his sword. Anya.
You need healing.
Arrow shot.
My owl is going to dive towards Bronwyn and cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level. Cool. 3rd. You're down a lot.
Yeah.
17, 21 points of healing.
Thank you.
And then... 37. Let's see. Give me a moment. If I move right here, would I have a clear shot on him, or...
He is inside the flap of the tent. So he is not visible. You could try and shoot at the tent generally, or like try and do an AoE at the tent. Or you could try and set it down on
I already
fire.
used
But he is not within line of sight.
I already used my action. That's it then.
Okay. Right. Next up is this guy who is going to go ahead and.
I don't have any bonus actions. Never mind.
Make 2 stabs at Bronwyn with the lance.
Okay.
21 health. Additional.
Okay. AC is what, 20 something?
23.
Okay, only one of those hits.
Okay.
You're gonna use your reaction thingamajigger damage thingamajigger?
Am I getting the damage? Am I getting the impression that I'm doing any damage to him at all when I swing at him?
He has hit points of a variety that you are decreasing. He's healing of a variety from the spells.
Okay. Then yeah.
So you can. He is physically damaged to a degree, but a lot of the things that have been happening to him with this glowing aura about him, they have been increasing his aura, or when he's not able to defend them, decreasing the aura in a similar way to taking damage.
Then yeah. Riposte.
You're not within 5 feet of him.
Oh.
He has a reach weapon because he's a lance. He's in the.
What would I use my reaction to do then?
Don't you have the brood, the 5/4? No, is that a Goliath thing?
That's a Goliath thing to reduce the damage
Crap.
by 1d12.
You don't die. I apologize.
I'm like, wait. If you didn't want me to riposte him, what did you want? I'm so
9
confused.
piercing damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And then he swings around to here.
My owl will be another 30 feet into the air, by the way.
Yeah, your owl is basically able to get to anyone because he can use his action to dash.
Mm.
Bronwyn.
Okay. Bonus action, second wind.
Okay.
So regain 10.
Oh.
Fuck him up. Fuck him.
I'm gonna try. Is that
Yeah, you can be there. Yep.
Would have to be one more shot right there,
so?
yep.
Take my
Oh, she's not. You're concentrating on an expeditious retreat still.
yeah. First swing at him. 8 plus 7.
Nope.
No. Okay. Second swing. 19.
Exactly.
Okay. I would like to use disarming attack to try to take his lance away.
Okay.
I'm just gonna,
He needs to make a strength save
I'm just
if
gonna run
he
up and
wants
punch
to.
him.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can do.
DC
15.
passes.
Okay, so he doesn't lose his
Tiny little
lance, but he
halfling punching
does
his legs.
take 9 points of damage.
He takes 9. His aura decreases.
have a staff
And
of ice, I can
I'm
stab at
going
him.
to use action surge.
2 attacks again.
Yep.
Go for it.
Could the staff of ice count as a spear? I can't use spears,
That's
but I'm
gonna
curious.
No.
What
Okay.
about a quarter?
It would count as a
Quarterstaff.
quarterstaff.
It's pointy though.
It's pointy, but if you smash that bit against someone, it's not like it's gonna break.
So the
and you're gonna
first
break
one
it.
is 9
There goes
points of
magic, I don't
damage.
Okay.
The second one is not gonna hit.
All right. His aura decreases to a extremely manageable degree, and he seems more confident than ever right now.
Lovely.
Oh no. Thank you.
Oh no, brown cow.
Okay. Horse Archer Man is going to go ahead and take another 2 shots at Einir.
Mm-hmm. Come at me. Where'd it go?
Under the table somewhere.
He's going to take 1 shot at Einir.
Okay.
Hey! 21 to hit. Take 3 points of piercing damage,
So much piercing damage.
and then he loads another shot, kind of. Make sure he's smart enough for this. He's smart enough for this. With disadvantage, goes with the void.
The what?
Bird.
Oh. I didn't know what word you said.
Void, I
I
was
heard
like-
void and I was like, what the fuck?
Where's the void?
I was like,
What's
since
the
when do we
animal
have a
safety?
void?
11.
11.
owl this big,
Yeah,
darting around as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Can the owl take the dodge action?
Yeah.
No, it takes the dash action.
Oh, fair enough. It wouldn't have needed to get to Bronwyn because it has 60 feet of movement.
Oh, Coturnius.
Alright.
Oh, no, wait. He has movement still.
Come at my boy.
Break this down real quick. Let's see.
Don't actually.
Right now.
20, 25, 30, 60,
Ah, yes, perfect. Thank you for moving him there.
What?
He seems to be galloping in towards the tents.
Alright, with that one, the guy that's hunter's marked, I'll use Zephyr Strike. I'll use Planet Warrior and Zephyr Strike, so I'll
Because
spend it. Yeah.
you'll trigger the Zephyr Strike.
Trigger the Zephyr Strike and roll at advantage for a natural 19 again.
Which one? The one that's hunter's mark?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 19 plus
What?
6.
That'll hit.
Okay. And that'll be 1d8 plus 2d8s plus a third d8 plus hunter's mark. So 7, 12, 15 plus 6, 21.
He takes 21.
Yeah.
So you shot him with your. You shot him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll drop the bow, pull the rapier, and
And
he was holding an action.
He was holding action to,
Yep.
to make 2 swings. AC
17.
15's the highest.
Oh. Okay. I'll make my swing at him.
Go for it.
Nope. That is a total of.
Swoosh. Ting.
And then I'll just back up.
Because he's his reaction.
No, because I have Zephyr Strike still concentrating on that. So no attacks of opportunity.
Okay. Idrissa.
I'll cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
Step over here.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. This knight. Yeah.
Can we even call him a knight? He just spent an action looting our tent.
Oh yeah, no. He's using the knight stat block. He is, in philosophically speaking, no way a knight. He glanced in the tent, saw that there wasn't any gems lying around, and was like, screw that.
Einir also has all of her stuff on her, so there's nothing in the other tent. Oh, fuck you.
Speaking of,
Bitch.
You have all the one.
as he kind of runs up there with his greatsword, goes, "Nice staff you got there."
What a douche.
What a bitch.
What the fuck?
That's an 8 and a nat 20.
Ah.
Ooh.
41 health left. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
you
fine.
won't die.
It's good. I won't die instantly. I still have a healer's kit on me, by the way, in case y'all wanna use that.
He's got good berries.
Yeah, 15 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, everyone has 5 good
How do you
berries
do
still,
that?
so.
You don't.
With your fingers and toes.
How much damage?
15 points of slashing damage.
I'm good. I'm fine. Almost half. One away from
you know
half.
what? Let's do something reasonable here, and let's go ahead and 5, 10, 15, 20, and then he's gonna go ahead and try and mount horse.
No, fuck off.
Horse!
Horse, don't do it, horse.
I want to use my whole
Get him
reaction
off.
just
Horse stealthily stands there as the stranger
Horse, kick.
clambers
kick
up
him.
onto horse.
Horse.
It's fine. It's
Horse,
fine.
kick him.
Sits there.
Horse is not going to do anything. His orders were to stand there and be quiet.
So he is now technically riding horse.
Horse is not moving.
That's why I said technically. Einir.
Well, there goes my plan.
There goes my plan too. I was hoping he would
I
come
was
in.
gonna ice knife.
He went and jumped on
I
horse.
made a mistake.
I put out paper plates.
Well, I tried to pick it up, but it wasn't all the way set.
Do,
So as you can see,
you
I'm
wanna
just holding
use-
a handful of frosting.
do you want to use my paper plate?
No, it's not moving. You're fine. It's sliding out of my hand. There is no cake here. It's just.
There's cake vaguely in the middle, but it's 99% frosting.
Just
Einir,
the way
what you doing on your turn?
He came and mounted horse. Horse was given the order to stay there and be quiet.
I
Horse
am
isn't
going to. I have a fun idea.
That looks.
He said he complimented my staff.
In the sense that you,
Like he's gonna steal it. I'm like,
take it from your corpse.
I say thanks. It's really nice, and I cast Snowball Storm right behind him.
Okay. What kind
He
of
needs to
saving
make a dexterity saving throw against a 15 DC.
Ha! No.
I thought staffs used your DC.
Mhm.
Your DC is 15.
Yeah, because I still have a 19 charisma. Because I took a feat.
Oh, I see. What feat did you take?
Magic initiative.
For the owl.
13.
You should have already gotten another
It's level 8. That you get another.
You get access at every 4 levels, unless you're a fighter, because they're stupid.
But at level 4, you didn't take magic initiative at level 4.
Yeah, I did.
She's a halfling.
Oh. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking of.
Human variant, probably.
Mm-hmm.
That's honestly what Einir's first plan was, and I was like, it'd be fun. Halfling.
Halfling is fun.
Oh, way to bring it on a plate, Michael, and not just plop it down.
13 points of cold damage.
Loser.
Now here that you can use to scoop it up with.
I don't need your attitude, okay?
13 points of cold damage.
Alyssa's enjoying
So he's
her
standing there
inner child
over you, feeling
Right.
triumphant with his greatsword, like ready to pluck this little ice stick from the hands of this child. And then all of a sudden, he just feels chill roll from his armor into his soul, and he freezes and then falls back dead.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Poetic.
Dick.
I'm sorry.
This is so chocolatey.
I know. I'm so sorry.
No, I don't know
Right,
what I was
movements?
expecting from a ball of chocolate cake and
Wait, what?
chocolate fudge ice.
I near movement.
It's delicious.
I'm gonna come right here. Is that Harley? Is that guy he's just on a horse, right? He's
Yeah.
not one of the people that's grayscale?
Yes.
Okay,
The only left is number 1.
horse desires to move.
I am going to quicken
No,
a firebolt.
Horse desires to move.
I'm gonna quicken a firebolt. I'm gonna go as fast as I can so my dog will stop crying at me. That's 26 to hit.
Damage.
12 points of fire damage. And that's my turn.
You hit him with a firebolt, and the force of the impact topples him over the edge of the horse as he dies. The horse, though, kind of like stands there and is like,
Can I call it over?
the horse is like, gives a whinny of confusion, then freedom. Right, speaking of whinnies of confusion,
That's just a horse?
that's just a horse. And he isn't necessarily hostile to you. Number 1 over there on his horse,
Number 1 on... No, number 1.
Not me, bitch.
That was so much chocolate.
Right? Oh,
I
did you
need
just
milk.
eat all of that?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do that.
I need milk.
I need to take like little breaks in between.
are you bloody?
It's just so rich.
No.
No?
No, but
I
I'm
have
also,
38 hit points right
I'm
now.
bloodied.
Because Maya healed me with the 3rd level, and then I second winded myself.
He is going to back up 5 feet. Have him back up this way, please.
Opportunity of
Okay.
attack. Just he was within
Or that's 5?
Yes. There, step there. Yep, for now.
Hopefully Harley actually eats.
That will hit
And it's not too cold.
because it's
If it's too cold, he'll just sit there and be like, I don't want to
Wait.
eat, it's too cold.
18. Does 18 hit?
No.
He's
Oh.
the most cat-like dog.
No, 19 just
Splint
barely
plus
hit.
shield.
Mm.
Okay. So
Splint
he's
is
going to go
7,
ahead and
shield
make
is plus
2 lance attacks at you.
Yep.
That he can do now since he's not within 5 feet. They usually have disadvantage within 5 feet. Both of them miss.
Are poems at disadvantage within 5 feet?
Lances are.
Oh, lances are. Okay.
Lances are.
Okay.
They're meant to be just poke.
There, because you can use them one-handed while mounted, One-handed.
Gotcha. That's why they're one-handed.
Yeah, their lances are the weird ones.
The plus side to being one-handed.
He's dead.
What?
I had the wrong sheet up.
I was like, he killed himself by missing me?
And then he's going to go ahead
It's a hard
and
life.
Sempuku.
he is going to basically he moved his horse from being right up next to you to right up in your face.
Sure. Oh.
Oh, it's your turn.
Okay.
It's just these three, right? There's
you
no one I can't see.
Move me within 5 feet of him, please.
Okay.
Unless
Within
that
5
sixth
feet.
is still lurking somewhere.
Okay. So, before I do anything else,
Joke's on us. He's
change
already
it
in our other tent.
shield to sword.
How did he get there? I can see.
I don't know. They're
just snuck
they
up
are
on a
mysteries
horse.
of the world. On a horse.
On a horse.
21.
No one saw him.
And I would like
The
to
visual's great.
try disarming attack again.
Horse army
Make a
crawling.
strength save.
Strength save. Fails.
It somehow
Lands falls from his
floated
hand.
out like
Okay,
a dog
and
with
he
its hind
takes
legs back and is just
8
kicking.
plus
a gross visual.
6,
Yeah.
14 damage.
14
Solid.
damage. Okay, and the magical aura about him disappears entirely. You're now dealing damage to his actual hit points and not his other hit points.
Oh, and that was my first attack.
Do your second attack.
Go for it.
These should have been in the fridge, but I forgot to put them in the fridge, so now they're just balls of chocolate.
Is
Was
anyone
that
here
supposed to be
objecting to the
mirror
balls of
glaze?
chocolate?
Huh?
Was that supposed to be mirror glaze?
No, it was a ganache,
The
Gotcha.
second one's not going to hit.
Okay.
which I put way too
Would
much
it
chocolate
cost-
into. So
Can I use...
usually with ganaches you're supposed to put
Precision strike?
No. Can I basically just step on his lance?
He does have a long sword and a hilt.
It's fine.
You can step on his lance. Oh, no. He would have to get off the horse to pick up the lance.
Mounted riders are not are
This is-
they're better than your average foot soldier.
Arcturnius.
Yes. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna fade teleport over here.
Okay.
So poof, disappear in a puff of green leaves and vines and stuff, and then I'm here.
Yeah, that way.
5, and then I'm just gonna jump up and attack him twice with the rapier. Get off the horse! Or
Go
this
ahead.
is not your horse. I'll attack both times.
Horse doesn't move.
Okay, so first one is a total of 20,
Hits.
and that's the lower number of the two.
Okay, go ahead.
Both hit.
Do we want to take the horse that's just standing there if he doesn't run away?
Yes.
Okay.
This is with the rapier. Cool.
Oh, wait, it was just a discussion. Oh,
Yeah.
keep moving on. The horse will go after you.
Oh, that's a garbage roll.
Yeah.
Total of 7 plus 4 is 11. Plus...
That kills him.
Oh.
Nice.
So you jump up, stab him very quickly twice. His body falls off. Do you land on horse?
Yes.
Okay, you land on horse.
He's not.
Get off.
He's still not gonna move.
And then, I don't want to transfer my hunter's mark over because
You can transfer it over to that guy.
I don't want to.
That guy. Oh,
That
that's
guy's
a
not
horse.
a guy, that's a horse.
Like, yeah, I killed that guy. I forgot.
Yeah.
Kill the horse!
It's
No.
It's not going on.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, it's good. I know what I have on
fine.
me. There we go. Ah.
Alright. Idrissa.
I'm gonna go ahead and use hypnotic gaze on that dude. So make a wisdom save.
He makes a wisdom save. Is that a magical effect?
Starting at second level, when you choose this, you can magically enthrall another creature. But also, he's a douche, and it's not a spell.
What is it?
It's a wizard feature.
Oh, you're an enchantment wizard, right?
Magically enthrall another creature, but it's also not a leveled spell.
Yeah, it's technically not a spell.
It's
so
not a spell, but it.
Is he immune to charm effects?
And I didn't write spell or magical effect in the description, so it'll work on him.
Well, you still gotta make the save.
He would just use the reaction to absorb the magic, is the idea.
What is he going to absorb? My soft words and enchanting gaze? That's
You know
what it
what?
describes.
That's fair. And he rolled a 1.
Okay, so
He's in you.
he is incapacitated. His speed drops to 0, and he's visibly dazed.
His horse kind of like moves about beneath him, but he is. How long?
Until the end of my next turn.
And you can use.
Then I can do it again.
You can just make the save again. Okay. So he is out of it. Like
I
he's
forgot
like
that was a
reaching
thing I could do.
reaching for the
Yeah.
longsword, and it's like,
Hey man, I've only been playing this character one session.
Are you staying there?
oh, and
Yeah.
you have to be. She has
Trust
to
me,
stay
I
5
don't
feet
care.
away.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
have an ability that helps me hit things that I
The-
literally don't remember I have.
The horse, after a moment,
I
whinnies and begins to like
Wander
just wander off, kind of like jumping a bit for excitement.
Does it have like a saddle on it?
It does.
Is there a saddle bag on it?
There is.
Does it
Stop
look like?
that horse.
Does it look like they got this? Stop
You
the
have
horse.
magical
Stop the horse.
effects.
But the horse looks
I
so
I
happy.
would just go
Useless.
grab the shit, let the horse run free.
I wouldn't say you're useless.
Kind of
You're just useless
frolics
if he has
for a
reaction
little bit.
left.
It's been his turn frolicking.
Yeah, but it's as though it's
Funny.
Otto's irresistible frolic.
Yeah. No, I
I
wouldn't
know,
say
you're
you're
right.
yeah. I wouldn't
far
say
away
you're
is it?
useless. Just
Bear in mind, the shrubs are difficult terrain.
Can I take its saddlebag off or the saddle off?
That would require an action, as it is frolicking.
Pet it.
I pet it and I
Okay.
grab onto its reins.
That will result in a strength contest, but we'll save that for when its turn
I'm not
goes.
trying to like restrain it down. I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't run away as fast as possible from me.
He doesn't get to remake the save till the end of my next turn, so please feel free to just go
He,
ham on
on
it.
his turn,
On that one.
is like you're locking eyes with him, kind of just like, oh, like the.
Like a snake charmer.
Oh, I was thinking like the snake from Jungle Book.
Oh yeah, I like that better.
Nagini, or that's
Nagini.
that's
That's a very different version
Yeah.
of Jungle Book.
that's Harry Potter.
Harry Potter and
Yeah.
the Jungle Book.
Well, I mean, it had a giant snake in there. 2 of them, to be
That's fair.
This
precise.
is true.
So you.
I prefer the Nagini version
So
where
your
it's
eyes
a
are
partial
literally-
tongue.
Oh my god. Okay, so snake charmer like him.
Yeah, I'll just
But you're also wiggling your head back and forth, and he's kind of like very slowly in tune.
go for it.
You're like,
Wrong one.
okay, I'm going to. Yeah,
Do
take
you
a
want
swing at him.
do you want a fork for your chocolate ball?
No, if I'm gonna eat this thing, I'm gonna fucking eat it with my bare hands.
That's gonna hit with a plot.
I just have to. I've got to warm
It's-
myself up to it. It's a lot of chocolate.
27.
Oh gosh, it doesn't make the save again if he gets hurt.
Nope.
That's awful.
It's because I gotta be within 5 feet of him.
That's
So-
why it's
his
such a
AC
painful thing
yeah,
to
he's
use.
So that first one's gonna be
Yeah, 'cause
7
if
points
he
of damage.
saves-
his AC is 17.
But at
Because
least you
I
could
rolled
always have a
minimum damage.
bonus
How far
action
away?
Misty
I-
Step
that's-
in your
uh,
That's what I
pocket.
was planning on
points for
doing,
the
and
first
then you
one.
killed the other guy, so I'm like, might as well.
How far away do you have to be to do
That
5
that?
feet.
second one's
Damn.
also
But
27.
I have instinctive charm, where I can use a reaction
And
to
that one's
divert
going
an
to be
attack, as
11
long as someone else
points
is
of
in
damage.
range to
11.
take it.
That's good.
No, yeah, as
He
long as
is
you
not yet
But if
bloody,
he only has
technically
if he
speaking.
has 2 attacks, though,
Yeah.
1 attack is gonna kill me.
Okay, on the horse's turn.
I'm not sure. I'm just trying to like make it like not want to kill me.
It
Yeah,
is-
but you are
it is-
2.5 feet tall.
It is
I'm-
still frolicking. It's not going to be moving away from you significantly, but its frolicking is going to require you to make an athletics check to hold onto its reins.
You're good at athletics checks. Don't worry.
Contested
Natural 20.
athletics.
What did I say? What the fuck did I say?
Wait, with modifier. Okay, you rolled a 1. Never mind.
He drags me just a little bit.
There.
Ask and you shall receive.
No, I'm just centering him. He's a large-sized creature. All right, Octarnius.
Is horse gonna move at all?
Horse. When you climbed on horse kind of like rather than standing stock still, kind of like would be like this, kind of like ready-ish to move, but still not moving.
Oh.
Do you want to ask horse to move?
What I would like to do is actually run and tackle the dude, but I'm not good at athletics
Jump
checks.
Acrobatics.
Jump off a
Do
horse
backflip.
and do a cool
I
flip.
I can't tackle him with acrobatics, though.
You can land on top of him.
Land on
Can
top
I-
of him
It
on
would
his horse.
require an acrobatics check depending on your situation, but it would still require an athletic. Wait, he's what, incapacitated?
Yeah.
Yeah. He can't take reactions, make
Actions
checks.
or reactions, invisibly dazed and incapacitated, and his movement up to 0. Okay, so he would still. That one might break his eye contact.
Then I wouldn't do it.
Moving more than 5 feet away.
I would want to tackle him straight to the ground, but he is on a horse, so
It's if the target can see or hear you, so it wouldn't matter.
Okay.
Horse.
So you're still whispering parcel tongue into his ear.
horse.
Okay.
Charge. Not charge.
You said charge.
Not charge. I am correcting myself.
In
I am
the
correcting
direction.
myself. Don't charge.
Okay, horse will only move 30 feet into that direction before you have a chance to correct. So what are you
In
saying?
this direction?
In that direction.
This direction.
That direction.
Horse.
So what do you say while he's charging in that direction?
No, stop. No, not. Fuck. Damn it, horse.
He moves 30 feet that way.
Oh, okay. 5, 10.
I always just choose a square, like
Yeah.
the topmost square. Start
It's this
there,
one?
move 30 feet, on that diagonal.
1, 2.
On that diagonal, yeah.
Alright, well, I don't know what you mean. I don't
Sorry.
like. I
You
hate
mean this
hexes.
way, right?
That way, yeah,
Gotcha.
keep going. That way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, horse moves to there before you're able to stop horse.
And he's there.
In the middle, yeah.
Yep. And then
That's actually a difference. Just put it right there.
No, that way. Is what you're saying?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I really hate hexes. Yes, but charge this way. Now charge this way.
Okay.
And I already mapped it out. It's straightforward because it's a straightforward thing.
Yeah,
I'm facing
you
this
got
way. Yeah. And that would put me within 5 feet.
Yes. And you would be able to take a swing at him.
Yes.
Basically, horse moves closer, he moves closer.
His horse has 60 feet of movement, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think most horses have 60 feet, like pack horses at 45.
Yeah. At advantage, right? Because he's incapacitated.
That is just actions or reactions. His AC is only 17, but he isn't stunned.
He is visibly stunned. It says he is visibly stunned. Based off
That's
the
not
wording.
the stun
It would-
No,
they
visibly
would-
Okay.
dazed.
Visibly dazed,
yeah.
gotcha.
They would say incapacitated and stunned. Well, they wouldn't say incapacitated if they said stunned, because stunned includes incapacitated.
Gotcha. Alright, so first attack is not going to hit. That one is a total of 12. Second attack, I will be using Planar Warrior.
Okay.
Targeting him and attacking. Again, same thing. Nope.
All right. So he's still armored.
Yep.
And he's still not exactly a willing target. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't hit.
Yudrissa.
I'm gonna use my action to keep it up. Make another save, bitch.
Nope. That's a 9.
Cool.
Einir.
I'm gonna try and take are the saddlebags actually attached to the saddle?
They're tied on.
Okay, then I'll try
Sure.
to take the saddle off the horse
Oh, okay. How?
by untying it.
Okay.
Unlatch it. It should be just.
Give
It's-
me an acrobatics.
Wait a sec. This horse wants to be free, and you're telling me he wants to be free with a saddle on his back?
He doesn't get this.
This horse is a genius.
11.
Okay, well, I tried.
The horse, as you try and reach your
I got
fingers
a nat 20 athletics check.
to keep the horse from running away, yes. And as you try to reach your fingers in there to delicately untie this knot from the bucking horse around you, the buckingness distracts from your untying.
Also, I would also keep in mind that this is a full-sized horse, right?
Yeah, basically she could
You're
stand underneath
You're
this horse.
2.5
Oh,
feet
actually,
tall.
yes, you can share the same space because you're 2 sizes different.
Yep.
She is also 2.5 feet tall, according to this horse. Would she
little.
be able to reach the saddlebags?
Oh, no, you're trying to
fight
untie the
against
saddle
it.
It's like
Okay,
the
gotcha.
saddle itself.
this-
Usually
the
the
cinching the girth
Yeah,
over it's
yeah.
called.
yeah, usually it's on their left side or something. It's a
Brahman.
pretty simple tie.
Gotcha. I thought you were trying to
Sword.
undo the
Sword.
packs on the
I
saddle.
just cut it off.
Yeah, damage.
7. Again.
At some point, he's going to pass that saving throw, and he's going to wake up and be like, "Oh no,
Aw, shucks.
he's bloodied."
That one, no.
Okay. The horse's turn. Give me an animal handling check.
16.
What's that?
The horse calms
Cool.
and will allow you to take off the saddlebags on your next round.
Thank God.
Nocturnius. Bop, bop.
Attacking, yeah. I'll always do the planar warrior on the first strike, regardless of which one is the natural 20 or not. So I'll just roll the first one. That one is going to be a 20,
Hits.
and that one's going to be an 18.
Also hits.
18 hits.
He doesn't have use of his shield right now.
Oh, gotcha. Cool. So planar warrior on the first strike. He's not hunter's marked.
You could probably transfer it over to him now that he doesn't.
I'm using bonus action to planar warrior.
Never mind.
6, 7, 8, 15 for the first one.
15.
What planar warrior give you?
An extra D8 on
Yeah,
my
it's
first
better
hit.
than Hunter's Mark.
Well, on my first hit, an extra D8, and then it doesn't give me an extra D8 afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one is another 14 damage.
That downs him.
Oh, hot damn.
Ah.
You said he was bloodied. I thought half health.
Yeah, he was one away from bloodied before he got bloodied.
Oh.
Do you want him to die, or do you want to try and keep him alive?
Oh, well, the second strike would have been... I could have...
No, but you didn't specify. So
I didn't specify.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he's dead.
He's dead.
Okay. And then he falls to the ground, and with his last kind of... He
It's still true.
Yeah, Augie's learned his lesson to trying to keep people alive.
But as the charm fades, because he is no longer a creature and becomes a corpse, his last words are, "Damn magic."
Oh, this isn't magic. This is ability.
Even when he
Planar
had
warrior.
his thing that helped
I take
against
this dialogue.
magic.
Wait until night.
Yeah, no,
It is night.
Augie has
Oh, wait.
learned. Augie has learned his lesson from keeping
No, it's in this
keeping people who try to rob us alive.
This was the middle of our sleep.
Oh yeah. Have you slept already?
She has not had her
Yeah.
full rest.
Oh,
Not a full rest, but I
you,
did sleep to
rest.
4 hours.
Do you want to try something out?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Guys, you want to see something? I take off his helmet first.
Okay. You can see that there is a half-elven man there. Again, his face is still devoid of...
Color.
No, actually, it is slowly fading. Color is slowly fading back into him.
I take the saddle
Before you
off
do
the
what
horse
you're
and
about
let
to
it go.
do, I bet you it's real cool, but can I inspect the body real quick before?
Go for it.
Okay.
I'm also gonna loot all of the horses.
Can I try to see
that
what's
night.
up with him? Why there's no color?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna just start looting corpses.
Investigation or Arcana?
I'll detect magic.
Detect magic. Okay.
Do I see anything magical on him, or do I see any aura about him? If he is
Neither,
magical.
but you do what it is notable. Rather than seeing like the natural flow of things,
Oh, fuck.
you see in him an absence of magic.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
Very of the same sort as those monks.
That's what I was thinking.
And as he's standing there, as he slowly fades from being grayscale back into color, you can see the magic slowly suffuse, thank you, suffuse him again, and it becomes normal after a bit. It seems that it was temporary.
Did you guys tell me about the stuff about
I'm
him?
looting corpses.
Not yet, but I
I
figured
don't
you
know.
would know about Omen if you were.
Uh,
this is
Fort
coming
Tower.
from me.
I'm a
Yeah.
mercenary. He paid me.
Okay.
He didn't-
See,
yeah,
this
he
is
wasn't-
coming from me.
yeah, it
I
wasn't-
thought your character knew
14.
or knew.
14
Investigation.
for looting and such. So you took the saddlebags
Knowing
off
is
and
a
let the horse go free.
strong word. Like, in terms of ascending,
Saddlebags
perhaps,
come off.
I
The
could
horse
know
kind of
him,
like
but
You
jumps
a
around a
wizard.
little bit, like gives you a
Nessa's
bit
told
of a
place for
nuzzle on the
wizards
face, and then
are-
just
yeah.
gallops off into
His
the
class
distance.
artificers.
she studied
That
it
other
so
horse is alive,
Yeah.
right? I would do the same for it and get its saddlebags
Right.
off and let it go,
Do you guys
Oh.
want to see something cool?
and then start looting.
Can I loot the body real quick?
You can loot the body after I'm done.
Okay. Do it real quick, then I'm gonna go start helping loot the other stuff over here.
Okay, so
I'm gonna use a D8.
use the D8 plus your con mod.
7.
7. Okay, so you take 7 points of damage, and you reach out with your hooky hand.
No, I'd reach out with my other hand because.
Hooky hand is on a shield.
You would have to reach out with your hooky hand.
Really?
That's the hole. from which your soul could flow.
Oh
out.
yeah, okay. I didn't think about that, but
That's-
okay. I reach out my hickey
Essentially,
hand.
you have some excess solar potential, and you reach out, and a bit of your soul, at cost to yourself, inhabits this vessel, which then shambles up as a visibly like holds the shield on his arm, wearing the armor in a very visibly zombified state.
Oh,
I told you I could do something cool.
that's interesting.
Do we need him to do anything before I behead him?
Can you do a little dance?
Can I make him do a little dance? Can he do the
Dead Bones dance.
can he do the Thriller?
He
Does Reese know the Thriller?
I don't.
he does it. We assume.
He does whatever dance you instruct him to. In the meantime, the two of you are looting bodies.
Yes.
Let's start
That
first.
and talking to the horses.
Ooh, so
They-
the horses, they're frolicking, but you'd be able to just speak with animals and be like, "Oi, what's up?"
You just hear faint in the distance. Horse.
Well, I'm on horse right now.
Oh,
Right. Okay, so you go ahead and give me your investigation roll
Yes.
first.
14.
14. Okay. So you're going to go about looting and such.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, what do we call you?
A name.
Yes, a name.
The other horse that was on him, actually. The two of those would kind of,
Dead body here.
after you get the saddlebags off of horse number 1.
Yeah.
Horse number 1 kind of trots up towards you and just goes, "A name?"
A name.
Kind of brown.
Brown.
This horse is gray.
Scratch behind his ears.
However, the other horse is brown.
Aww.
I'll scratch behind Brown's ears and then feed him a good berry. And I'll call the brown horse over to Brown. Two horse. There's a
Horse kind of glances between the two. No, horse doesn't glance between the two of them. Horse looks at both of them at the same time.
Stand like this and just bug eye.
And the two of the horses kind of look at horse with just confusion.
Good.
Yeah, his name is Horse.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good horse.
What do you want?
What's your name?
Mm.
Gray.
Do you want to be called something?
Mm-mm. What do you want?
Want a good berry?
Yeah.
I'll give it a good berry.
What do you want?
I'm gonna call you Goodberry.
What do you want?
Horse, do you want to play with them?
Horse.
Show
reaches
them
his
who
head
the
down,
king of horses
turns his head
is.
to the side just to look at you with one eye that displays zero emotion.
Show them who the king of horses is.
Horse.
And I'll slide off and take the saddle off of him.
Horse kind of like looks at you. Give me an insight check.
I'm just
No,
watching
that's
this
a
whole
10.
exchange with extreme
That's
confusion.
his 8.
8.
Yes.
I'm looting.
Horse looks at you with some moderate confusion.
Play.
He doesn't know what that means.
Hop a good berry up. Frolic. Have fun.
Horse.
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 We're unable to get rid of horse.
We literally
I'm not
physically
sending him away. I'm just saying, hey, play with the other horses.
Oh yeah, horse knows that.
Oh, horse, you're pissing me off. I love the horse, but it's pissing me off.
The brown horse kind of. So what do you want?
The brown horse. Oh,
Not brown, the gray horse, the brown horse.
yeah.
Gray, the brown horse.
Where did these guys come from? Where did you come from?
The plains?
Well, that's where we're heading to, or is that where we're heading away from?
Yes.
I'm asking you that.
Oh. He said the plains. You are currently in a plains. Plains covers pretty much the southern half of this continent.
Did you come from a city first, or are you always from the plains?
A city.
Would it be Southshelm?
What?
Southshelm?
What?
Point in a direction, Augie.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know anything about these people?
Yeah.
Were they good or were they bad?
Bad.
Do they have a camp?
No.
They don't have it. Okay. All right.
Insight check the horse.
You don't know what the horse is saying.
I
But
know.
she did bring a
Dirty 20.
You can go ahead.
No.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just like,
Insight checks and strength checks. I
You're
can't
like,
do.
Want
sketchy
to take this
horse.
off?
The what?
Oh no, sorry. You already took it off.
The little one already took it off.
Yep.
I'm just
That's
staring.
all you want?
Go on.
But and
Can I
just
become my
turns and
zombie?
just kind of trots off, and then after moving around 30 feet, just breaks into like a happy frolic.
His mood is, and I'm out of speaking in as Augie now. His mood is very. He's kind of mean for being a horse that's just been freed.
Fair enough.
So yes,
What happens with the other horse? Does it also
we'll
run?
get to that in a moment.
Okay.
Alright, what were you gonna do?
Behead my zombie.
Please do. Can I identify once she's firmly away and no longer holding a sword right next to it? Can I identify the armor he's wearing?
And I'd like to take a look at his lance.
Both are mundane.
Oh.
Is he wearing any like? So it looks like the magic was coming from him, not from.
The anti-magic.
Literally the opposite of magic.
Can I rummage through his pockets?
Yes. In the meantime, while you're rummaging through that one corpse, you were rummaging through several corpses.
And
Through
I
the
will-
saddlebags
And
first,
the
and
saddlebags.
then
And
through
then
everyone
could I have
else.
also could I have helped her on that, or was
Yeah.
no? After talking
You
to
roll
her-
your own separate
that,
one.
that talk would have only been like 15 seconds, 15 to 30 seconds.
It was like 2 minutes.
It was a minute.
That was because I didn't know what to say. There was a lot of pauses there.
Fair enough. But
But I mean, I can just let her have the.
You would also give
investigation
me. It's not like compared to the amount of time talking versus the amount of time it takes to loot a single corpse. You can also go ahead.
roll. There we go.
I would prefer you do it yourself anyways, because I have a -1.
Yeah.
What was your investigation?
Wait. 11.
11. Okay. So you look in and about this guy's pockets, and you can see. You can't see anything. You're feeling around. You take off the split mail. He's got, a few pockets inside it. You can see there's a bag of gold, as well as a few other. Not many. He's got like what looks like some wood carver's tools for his equipment. Some bits of smith's tools, but like not a full set, as well as a little note.
What language is the note in?
It's familiar, that odd hexagonal script.
Oh god damn it.
But now we have a cipher. We have something we can decipher.
I use comprehend languages ritually.
That doesn't help.
No.
No, you understand the spoken word.
And
Also
if
you
you
can
also written
understand
if you were
reading.
holding
Oh, right,
it.
the
But
literal
if
language.
it's not
right.
a actual language, if it's a code, it's different.
I mean, it's a ritual spell. Might as well
So
learn.
you are actually
Yeah,
able to read
exactly.
that. Yeah. So as you go over the course of casting that ritually, we'll get to you two first. So you're
How
looting
much
the
gold
corpses.
is in the bag?
in
Sorry,
the
guys.
big guy's bag.
Yeah.
In the little pocket.
Could I?
Okay.
Could I still spell? Thanks.
46
Gold?
gold
Damn.
total.
Shit.
Yeah, a lot of
Jeez,
stuff.
almost like bandits go around getting gold.
Right.
Speaking of,
I hand you 20.
The-
21.
Thanks.
21 for my roll.
okay, I thought you said 41. And I'm like, what in the?
Ah.
I don't think that's possible. Okay.
I mean, technically. Not at this level, but
Is a 41 on a check, an investigation check, possible to roll? So
Yes.
as the two of you, what was yours again?
14.
14. Okay. So the two of you begin investigating the pockets
Yeah,
and
'cause it
such.
was-
In the saddlebags, you can find a variety of camping equipment, of like several fire starting kits. What are those called?
Flint and
Fire
steel.
starters.
Yeah, sure.
The fuck? Hold on.
As well as
Tinderbox.
Thank
Yes.
you. Tinder boxes, tents. Most of the things that were in the bags were camping equipment.
Yep.
As well as some spare ammunition and another set of smith's tools and like armor replacement, like maintenance.
Gotcha.
Is there any crossbow bolts?
Yes, in the
I have
saddlebags
18
of
crossbow
that of
bolts if you
the
want them.
not in the
Here.
saddlebags, but on the person of that rogue who was using it.
I will take them all. How many did he have left?
You got a good number left.
You said a partial wood carver's tool set, right?
A what?
A partial wood carver's tool set.
Full wood carvers.
Full ward covers.
Can I have that?
Smiths. You're...
23 bolts.
Can I have 2 of those bolts, please?
I gave you all of my bolts already.
So I can have an even 30. I
No.
don't like having 28.
No.
You can have 23 and
Are you wanting
28,
to learn
and you'll
how
be
to
happy
use them?
about it.
Fine.
You can have them.
Can I
I'll buy
pick
you.
out the bolt from
I'll buy
her?
you
Or, no,
fresh.
he had a yeah. Can I grab the bolt out of her armor now?
23?
It is not broken, yes.
You want to stand real still, Bronwyn? Otherwise, this bolt is going to be hurting your armor.
I also take
Effectiveness.
the bolts out of myself.
Yeah.
I just want to.
I got hit like 3 times.
Actually, you might want to do it. I can't.
Oh, come on.
It's hard.
One of them breaks. You get 2
Out
of
of.
those.
Okay.
Yeah, you might
I
want
have
to pull it out
25.
yourself because it's. There we go.
No.
I don't think I have the strength for it.
Okay, you on the other people, you would
29.
find
How many arrows though? If you said there's spare ammunition, is there
Oh,
arrows or
several-
is it just
several.
crossbows?
no, the archer had some arrows on him. He would have had 23.
Oh, cool.
Was that the same number? I'm
Yes.
rolling for these.
Same.
And then going through, there are what, a total of 4 bodies that you're looting for gold and such.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then the 2 saddlebags.
Saddlebags don't have any gold
Or
in
the
it,
saddlebags, yeah. All
unfortunately.
of them.
Okay. You are able. Each of them had around 30 gold in them. So
Each?
Each. So
So-
60 for each of you from looting the 2 different sets of.
Oh, I was gonna. Do you want me to divvy that up between all of us and put some in party funds?
Hey, Bronwyn, how much gold did you find on the guy?
46.
No, we're good. Well, we can keep this.
Alright.
But here's 5 gold for the party fund.
I will put 5 gold in the party
Because
fund as
that's-
well.
Yeah, and then I will take 25 gold.
All right. Oh yes. So you were going to try and cast comprehend languages. Look at this script. As you're doing so, Iker kind of like moseys along to see what you're up to. Kind of.
Actually, here's another 8 gold for the party
What you
fund.
doing?
8.
Yes.
What you doing?
Concentrating.
So I can get rid
On
of
what?
that.
Understanding.
What?
Yes.
I know this is.
What language is that?
Mm.
What's it say?
Iker begins to read off the note.
Oh, Iker.
Aww.
The note is essentially a. How do I put this? It is a welcome to the cult of Omen style note. It is. It
Fun.
is.
So like an indoctrination note.
It details that you would be part of an organization, not an organization, you would be a person furthering the end of magic in this world.
Fun. Do we want to just go kill the last guy and loot their camp?
How can you understand that?
Read good.
Iker understands all languages.
And she can read?
Apparently she.
I didn't know that, but
I also
apparently.
didn't know she knew how to read, but I would
How do what?
read. You can read. That's.
How you know what the note says?
That was magic.
I would write something up for you in a halfling, but I don't think you'd be able to comprehend it anyways.
How do you learn to read?
Someone usually teaches you, and you just learn letters and what each letter means.
I didn't do that.
Magic taught you how to read
And how to talk.
and how to talk.
And how to know what people are thinking. And how to
Can I read
do
other things?
spiders.
Can I read other things? I want to read more.
Do we still have that note
I pull
from
out my
Kiku from
I
session 1?
I pull out my Sir Devigra Grey card.
Which,
The ones we use to fake our identity.
yes,
to get into
the
Sir Devigra.
one
What does it say?
where everyone.
It says my name is. What name did I give?
I think
Aenwyn something.
I think everyone gave their real name except me.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
You and
Oh,
you and
Aenwyn
her.
Sharktooth. That's
Aenwyn Shark.
I know.
I used my real name though.
what?
I think you were the only one who used
You
your name.
you
pretty
see
sure
these
it was.
symbols?
Mm.
They each make a sound,
Mm.
and when you put them together, they make words.
Mm. Well, I just know that.
Because you're magic.
Hmm. Just seems mildly displeased by the lack of fulfillment in that response. Okay.
Hey,
Well,
hey,
magic
Iker.
lets you talk, so.
Iker, you're special. I tell her in Orcish, I love you, Iker.
Alright, so you were looting.
We got the stuff.
Yes, in addition, the others they're all wearing splint armor.
Okay.
Um,
Our bags are pretty full at this
Ours.
moment.
and it's going to be kind of, if you wanted to not carry the 6 suits of splint armor and a lance and several long swords, or no, actually they're using great swords.
We might want to take like 1 or 2 if they're looking like great swords if they're looking pretty nice, just so we can sell them off. Which, by the way, I still have a lot of shit that I need to sell off.
Yeah. My bags are pretty full at this moment. Like, it's getting there.
Do you guys want to resume your long rest?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Yes, and once we're done, do we want to go over to the their camp and kill the last guy?
Oh, the horses said they don't have a camp.
The camp that we saw earlier.
Yeah, they said their camp is gone. They said that they don't have a camp anymore.
Would there?
Oh, no, the gray horse is still just chilling.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Let me sleep and then we can talk to this horse again.
Okay, so sorry, the horse last 10 minutes.
Huh?
Last 10 minutes.
Oh, Brown.
Hmm?
You want to be called Brown?
Mm.
Do you know this
Yeah.
other horse over here?
Which the other one is frolicked away.
Yeah, do you know the frolicking horse?
Yeah. We're together.
Is he kind of a? Is
Yeah.
it kind of a just a?
Yeah.
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 All right. Why are you still here?
Hmm. Do you not want to be here? I can go.
No, you can stay here. It's just your other buddy just took off.
He was weird.
Yeah. Do you have a camp? He said no.
What do you mean?
These people, a place like ours, tents and stuff.
Oh. I mean, they did, and then they packed up.
All right, so there's 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the 6th?
They were all going around looking for stuff. And then they all got together, but not him, because we didn't know where he was. Because he was looking somewhere else.
I'll send my.
Yeah, he's not at the. Did you guys pack your camp up?
Mhm.
The camp is packed up.
Okay.
The other guy's walking around looking for stuff, and they never met back up. So he could still be around, or it could
I'll
be in the
send my
hunting
owl
trap.
up again and do
Okay.
just to check.
I'll go look at my hunting trap.
Natural 20.
Unfortunately, they did not live on the hunting trap.
I pick up my hunting trap.
Natural 20 on the owl for 23.
Okay. The owl's looking around in the darkness and doesn't see much of anything.
Okay. Yeah, I can't see where that guy went, so.
Well, he's either really sneaky or he's gone. Do you know where he went? Or what horse he was riding? Could you tell me the name of the horse he was riding? Or the color, or...
It's a white horse.
It was a white horse?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
They went... Suit.
Suit?
South.
South. Okay.
Is that.
That's the way we're going away from, right?
Yeah.
You're going
Riding north.
north-northeast.
So, they're in the opposite direction. Yeah.
Okay, cool. If they're anywhere nearby, I can locate them. But thank you, Brown. You want to stay with us then? You can ask Horse.
Brown kind of turns over to Horse, and the two of them, like, basically was like, hey. And Horse... Slow. Like...
He's still sitting,
So,
right?
so Horse is just sitting there, and then very slowly and precisely... Horse.
Is he looking at me?
No, he's looking at the. He's looking at the horse. He's looking at the other one. I needed someone to look at.
Terrifying.
I would have.
And Brown kind of. I think I'll go. If it's all the same to you.
What? You don't like Horse?
He's a little.
Horse,
crazy.
as Brown has moved, Horse has kept its eyes locked on her.
We can keep you separate from him. You'd really help our journey.
I'm just gonna go now.
Bye bye. I'll just rub it or
After
pet his
it-
mane and then
Pets first.
Huh?
Pets first,
Oh.
pet the mane, scratch behind the ear,
and then.
or the whatever you call this.
There's some like dried fruits and stuff in the rations, right? I would go up and feed them. And give me a little pat.
Lift you up.
No. No.
After that
no.
horse.
The horses.
The horse
Fuck.
lets its head down for the path. And then
I can just
gallops
pat
off
the ends of
to
his
the
nose.
west.
After that horse leaves, I would tell Icar she can go eat some of the horse corpses
Oh my god.
that have been fried
Charred.
by Idris's fireball.
Iker happily does so. While you guys continue your rest, who was us on watch?
It was
It was me and
their
Idris.
watch, so they would.
It'd be
Then it'd be
watch
yours.
for
Then it'd be mine.
Go ahead.
I'll always scouting ahead or
Yep.
above me for a 21, and then I will I would have disadvantage, right?
And then your owl will be only rolling 1, depending on how far away it would be.
It would just be like 50 feet up and just.
It would probably be only rolling 1 just because
Okay,
it's going to be
I'll reroll for it then.
dim
For me-
light.
We
It would be dim light still.
it has
Four.
120 foot dark vision.
Okay. Alright, we'll sort that out later.
Okay, and I rolled a 4.
Marvelous. Your owl does not inform you of any pressing threats throughout the night, and you all wake up to a bright and glorious night.
Yay.
Nice.
This is going to get old. It's even chillier.
I will use the
Tireless.
tireless again. Oh hot damn, that's a lot. That's 12.
Okay. So, you guys are going to be arriving in South Sum tonight.
Nice.
Tonight. I still have the orb of time out, and I'm just every once in a while just seeing what time it should be.
Of note is that all of you are feeling, at this point, a bit worn because what time you're seeing around you and when you're sleeping, like there's no circadian rhythm. There's no day-night cycles that balance your sleep. So it's not going to impact you mechanically, but you're just tired. Just because none of you are used to sleeping off cycle
Gotcha.
yet. It'll change as time goes on and as everyone gets used to the whole lack of light.
Mm-hmm.
But for now,
If they
It's-
can
it's-
survive in Alaska
you're-
with it, then we're good.
Yeah, it'll just throw you off a little bit, and it's something that's worthy of note. That it's going to feel weird for a little bit, but once you get used to it, you get used to it.
Did we contact the Vagrant and let her know the sun's there? Let her know or ask her opinions on what to do about the sun?
me to? Because we didn't do that.
I've been thinking about it the past couple days. Yeah, it would be nice, but we can just wait till the end of the night.
All right.
Well,
I get all my.
the end of the next
In a
18
year.
hours.
In a year.
We can
yeah.
wait 18 hours.
One second.
When my orb says it's night
Yes.
and it's time to.
Might also be worth telling her about these guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So when you send it, just be like, always night. What's up with that? Omen dudes on the way to South Selm. Just leave it there. Just see what her response is. You can't lie. It's right to the point.
I'm not.
It's to the point.
Okay. I'm not gonna say that.
All right. So you guys are
I mean, I
making
technically
your way
say
towards South Selm.
I say the phrase in my mind, right? It's not like.
Can
Yeah.
I have all of you give me perception checks real quick? Except for
I mean, look
All right,
for
I'll
my
find out.
eyes.
Natural 20.
hey,
Also a natural
Very
20.
nice.
Oh, damn.
because you're working on your spell book. Like, just. Spell book.
I'm literally just transferring it over. Well, that's a 1 anyway, so I'm working on my spell book, goddammit!
Yeah, I thought so.
I have my owl just sitting on top of my head. I'm in its eyes, and I got a natural 20 as well.
Okay.
And 25.
Fortunately, you have two people that are rather perceptive. That
Person
are
and
able-
an owl.
Yep. Two creatures that are rather perceptive. Keeping an eye out as you go through that day. Rough terrain. No.
Not for me.
Right. From the ring.
Yeah, the ring.
So I
Oh, I
presume
got
you're
on this stuff.
leading the way. As you guys continue up towards South Selm, keeping an eye out for any more bandit groups. You hear a few more hooves clomping in the distance, but no, you don't really. And occasionally you'll see a rider, but none of them seem to take much of an interest in you.
Any of them on a white horse wearing armor?
No.
Okay.
And it would be a person without armor. You saw 3 people with armor, 2 people without. No, it does not seem as such. By the time you've been traveling for around 8 to 10 hours, and you all are starting to get fatigued and tired.
Could I cast locate animals or plants, specifically looking for that white horse?
For that white horse, yes.
Yeah, heading south. Anything within 5 miles, or the closest creature or plant of that kind within 5 miles. So it may not find that exact horse. It may just find one of its kind. I didn't read the spell. It's a general spell. It's not a specific spell.
If you knew more about the animal or plant, you can narrow it down further.
Gotcha.
That's the idea.
Still
Same
looking
as
for them
it.
within 5 miles, so the
Yeah,
closest one.
Yeah. It's 9 o'clock. So you sense about it. You sent its
Bless you.
location. And
Yeah, I sent his location within 5 miles.
There is. When are you casting this?
Now?
Now, as you're traveling up.
Yeah.
There is a white horse around 4 miles from you to the northwest,
Okay, so that's not the one that we're looking for.
and you know that if that's the closest one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not being tracked here, or at least not within 5 miles of us.
Okay.
So the closest horse the closest white horse I could ping off is 4.5 miles north. So we're good.
Northwest.
Northwest-ish.